Avery Camden, escorted by her parents, Eddie Perry Camden. Avery is a fourth-year member of the cheer team. After graduation, she plans to attend Exxon Academy to study cosmetology. Avery hopes to eventually own her own hair and nail salon. Avery Camden. Next, our cheer senior is Susan Dubois. She is being escorted by her host parents, Matt and Jessica Olson. Susan is a 46 student, and this is her first year on the cheer team. After graduation, she plans to attend Czech Management School in Belgium to study business and accounting. Sam Geis is being escorted by her parents, Keith and Heather Geis. Sam is a fourth-year member of the cheer team and serving her second year as captain. She is also a member of the National Honor Society and is beginning her 11th year at the Platinum Gymnastics Academy. After high school, Sam plans to attend the University of Nebraska Kearney and major in nursing. Sam's goal is to work in the ICU and hopefully become a nurse anesthesiologist. Sam Geis. Next is Sophia Kiegler. Sophia is escorted by her parents, Shane and Katie Kiegler. This is her fourth year on the cheer team and second year as captain. Sophia is on the PHS volleyball team, a member of the National Honor Society, serving as a class officer, and is an AEP mentor. After graduation, Sophia plans to attend Colorado State University, Pueblo, majoring in elementary education. She would like to teach on an American military base around the world. Sophia Kiegler. The next cheer senior is Kenya Nielsen. She is being escorted by her parents, Audrey and Brian Nielsen. Kenya is a fourth-year member of the cheer team. She also participates in unified bowling. After high school, Kenya plans to attend the University of Nebraska, Lincoln, and be a pet vet med major with life goals to practice as a veterinarian. Kenya Nielsen, everybody. Up next is Ella Pike. Ella is escorted by her parents, Laura and Jason Pike. This is her fourth year as a member of the cheer squad. Ella is also a member of the National Honor Society, Medical Careers Club, and church groups. After graduation, Ella plans to attend Kansas State University, majoring in something involving anatomy or biology. Her career goal is to be a sonographer. Everybody, Ella Pike. Next is senior Angela Reyes. She is being escorted by her parents, Troy and Tammy Reyes. Angela is a fourth-year cheer team member. She also participates in Skills USA Leadership Team, tennis, and club tennis league. After high school, she plans to attend MCC, majoring in architecture, and hopes to become an architect. Everybody, Angela Reyes. Next is Macy Sherrod. Macy is escorted by her parents, Jay and Andy Sherrod. Macy is a fourth-year member of the cheer team, serving her second year as captain, a member of the DHS Girls Golf and Unified Bowling. After graduation, she plans to attend the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, majoring in special education. Macy's goal is to get kids with the help they deserve. During college, she would like to join the Squirrel Watching Club. Everybody, Macy Sherrod. Up next is Lizzie Spangler. She is being escorted by her parents, Ryan and Carrie Spangler. This is Lizzie's third year on this cheer team. She is also a part of the varsity cross country team, varsity tennis, FFA, concert choir, and a cappella. After high school, she plans to attend Creighton University. Although she is undecided on a major, she would like to participate in intramural cross country, tennis, and pickleball while in college. Everybody, Lizzie Spangler. Our next cheer senior is Quinn Thompson. Quinn is escorted by her parents Brian and Abby Thompson. This is Quinn's third year on the cheer team, and after her first year as a captain. She is also a member of the varsity girls golf team and a member for the boys golf. The manager student for the boys club. After high school, she plans to attend Midland University or UNO and major in digital marketing. While in college, she would like to continue participating in cheer. Everybody, Gwen Thompson. Our last senior is Reese Upmore. Reese is being escorted by her parents, Brooke Mathis and Hal Upmore. This is her second year on the cheer team. She also is a member of the FBLA, National Honor Society, and is a boys wrestling manager. After graduation, Reese plans to attend South Dakota State University to major in human biology. Her goal is to be a PA school or work in dermatology. Everybody, Reese Upmore. And let's give a big hand to our cheer squad. Ladies and gentlemen, please turn your attention to the north end zone as we recognize the senior members of the 2025 Blair football team. Our first senior is number 15, Andrew Cord. Andrew is the son of Corey and Eileen Cord. Andrew's plans to attend a four-year university to study criminal psychology. Thank you, Andrew. Next, number 25, Blaze Bauman. Blaze is the son of Tiffany and Micah Bauman. Blaze plans to attend the Hastings College next year. Thank you, Blaze. Number 9, Bo Meyer. Bo is the son of Sarah Meyer and Sean Meyer. Bo plans to attend Kansas University. Thank you, Bo. Next, number 53, Brady Wolf. Brady is the son of Jay and Christy Wolf. Brady plans to attend UNO next year. Thank you, Brady. Our next senior, number 33, Carson Bow. Carson is the son of Nick and Jerry Bow. Carson plans to attend a career in framing. Thank you, Carson. Our next senior, number 2, Colin McCabe. Colin is the son of Dana and Ryan McCabe. Colin plans to attend the University of Colorado Boulder. Thank you, Colin. Our next senior, number 27, Devin Allison. Devin is the son of Mandy Allison. Devin is undecided on what college he will attend next year. Thank you, Devin. Our next senior, number 35, Griffin Rosterman. Griffin is the son of James and Sarah Rosterman. Griffin plans to attend a college to play football. Thank you, Griffin. Next up, number 1, Hayden Daggett. Hayden is the son of Wade and Jen Daggett. Hayden plans to attend Wayne State College next year. Thank you, Hayden. Our next senior is number 78, Hunter Barber. Hunter is the son of Trent Barber and Tiffany Nieberhouse and Megan and Jesse Swoop. Hunter plans to start his career and join the workforce next year. Thank you, Hunter. Next is number 45, Israel Dinico. Israel's the son of Heidi Bauman. And Israel's undecided on his plans for next year. Thank you, Israel. Next is number 42, Jared Cross. Jared is the son of Jeff and Josie Cross. Jared is undecided on what four-year university he will attend next year. Thank you, Jared. Next, number 7, Maxwell Rump. Max is the son of Marty and Mindy Rump. Max plans to attend college to major in architectural studies. Thank you, Max. Our next senior, number 62, Trevor Burchard. Trevor is the son of Kathy Burchard and Travis Burchard. Trevor plans to pursue a career in firefighting. Thank you, Trevor. Our next senior, number 52, Wyatt Loftus. Wyatt is the son of Angela and Luke Loftus. Wyatt plans to attend the United States Coast Guard Academy next year. Thank you, Wyatt. Bear fans, please give one more round of applause for our 2025 Blair football senior class. Blair High School is fortunate to have an outstanding student trainer program led by Mr. Mark Quickle. These students work many hours learning the craft and helping make the athletic department run smoothly. Tonight, we'd like to honor 2 senior members of this integral group that helps make all sports activities run smoothly. First, Justin Kramer. Justin is son of Kyle and Lisa Kramer, who plans to attend a four-year university upon his graduation. And our next senior is Nolan Wall. Nolan is the son of Justin and Leslie Wolf. Nolan plans to attend a four-year university once he completes his studies at Blair High School. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a big round of applause to our amazing student trainers. The colors are presented by VFW Post 1251, featuring Commander of the Color Guard, First Sergeant Retired Dan Falcon, State Flag Chief Master Sergeant Retired Jana Holcomb, Right Guard Derek Thompson, and Left Guard Chad Kucha.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome here to Crans Field one final time in this 2025 football season as the Bears get set for their final home game of the year, ready to take on the Elkhorn Antlers. Brian Abrahams and Dan Dahlgren with you here. And Dan, one of these teams is going to go home tonight with their first win of the year. Blair is 0-7. Elkhorn is 0-7. You throw out the records, it's going to be a brouhaha, and we'll see what happens, right?
Yeah, it sounds cliche, but
Yeah.
I was thinking that walking in here tonight. I mean, two really storied programs, right? Blair and Elkhorn. Of course, Elkhorn now has, I don't know how many students in their school district now. Probably 12,000, something like that. And they're split among 3 schools, so they got a Class A, they got 2 Class Bs. One of those Bs, Elkhorn North, going A next year, so they'll have 2 A's and a B. And like I say, it's been certainly a tough and challenging year. Both teams borderline young, right? Some seniors out there contributing, but we know it. We've followed them, and we've called a lot of sophomore and junior names. So also both of them kind of having a Blair, a little tougher schedule, right? 3 common opponents, I think, Gretna, Bennington, and Elkhorn North. So similar outcomes, really. Maybe Gretna kind of put it on them a little more than they, we were in that game till the last couple of minutes.
Yep.
But nonetheless, kind of similar outcomes with Elkhorn North and Bennington, certainly. So, somebody's going to come out tonight with the win, and like I say, it ought to be a pretty darn good game.
Well, Cooper Sutton's got the ball on the tee. Back to returner for the Bears, Hayden Daggett and Colin McCabe. And we are underway. Kick is actually short, handled by one of the Bears up men. That's Carson Fowl. He fumbles the return. It's loose on the turf at the 30. I'm not sure who fell on it. There's also a flag on the play. So a lot going on here on the very first play of the game. Take a look and see. I think the Bears did get the ball back, so that's excellent news. But let's see what the penalty is.
No, I think he actually signaled the other way.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that.
Let me take a look there. But, Carson Fowl kind of a little dippy-do to kind of hit a crease and got the ball punched out. And if it's a flag, most likely, probably a block in the back, and
right.
So they'll decline it. But I think the arm went the other way. So tough break for the Bears, and Elkhorn getting the ball somewhere right around the 30-yard line. Nope. Now we've got it.
Well, the
signaled the other way.
It was signaled a block in the back, and he did point against Elkhorn. So I'm not sure if our official pointed the wrong way.
Well, I'm confused now. So
it is a block in the back against Elkhorn, but
on the return. No, it can't be on that.
I'm not exactly sure.
It can't be a block in the back after the possession change, but it appears to be.
Well, that flag was thrown really early. It was almost thrown before Fowl caught the football, so not exactly sure.
So whose ball is it?
It looks like it's Elkhorn football. So
how can that be? No, that's not right.
Must have been a different penalty, or he signaled it the wrong way, but they still backed Elkhorn up. I'm not sure. They backed the Antlers up 15 yards. Good news for Elkhorn. They get the ball, though, however, to start this game after kicking off. And a pass is complete. A little swing pass off the right side. It's 87 with the catch. Brady Matale. I think I got that right. I'm sure I butchered it, but pretty good pitch and catch there all the way down to about just shy of the 20-yard line.
Yeah,
Elkhorn gets all those yards back on the first play and then some.
Yeah, I'm still confused. I don't think I've ever seen a penalty on a play with a turnover where you get the turnover at the end of the play. I don't know.
Antlers have it 1st and 10. Regardless, they will hand it off, putting right up the middle. Ball carriers, their tailback, number 22, I think it's Wyatt Worley. Picks up about 4, sets up 2nd down and 6.
Yeah, Elkhorn does a lot of dinking and dunking. They got a couple receivers. They like to throw the ball to Ott and Carly or Carl. I'm not sure how it's pronounced. Maybe somebody can help us. But, yeah, Worley's right around that 90, 100 yards a game. He's a good serviceable back, and you'll see those 3 names being called constantly.
Clevenger is their quarterback. He's a junior. He'll roll out to the left here, looking toward the end zone. Pass is incomplete, broken up nicely there by the Bears defense. That's Nathan Murray who dove in and knocked that ball away. It's going to set up third down from the 19-yard line. It'll be third and about 6.
Yeah, it looked like the receiver. I think that's Ott, number 4. Boy, he took the brunt of that the collision after the ball went by, and completely legal play, right? Good coverage. And I'm going.
Yep. It's just really good defense by the Bears out there. Third down, 10:34. So Blair got the opening kickoff, but promptly fumbled it. We do have a penalty. I didn't catch that. There was a flag thrown on the play, an ineligible receiver downfield, but the Bears declined it due to the incomplete pass. So it will remain third down, although the down marker on the far side says second down. It's 3rd and 6. Clevenger will work from the shotgun. 2 receivers to his left. Oh, we've got a Bear in a neutral zone over there. That's Carson Fowl, I think. Got started just a little bit early, and that's a big penalty. It goes from 3rd and 6 to 3rd and 1 thanks to those 5 yards.
Yeah, kind of a rough start over there. And like I say, we kind of got to calm down and dial things in here. It didn't look like he took much of a step, but again, that neutral zone is a little bit different than it used to be, right? It used to kind of get to the ball. Apparently, you don't have to get to the ball. You just got to get in that neutral zone. And anyway, that was kind of a tough penalty. And now 3rd and short.
Yeah, 3rd and a long one, almost 2. They're going to hand off to Worley. He is hit in the backfield, tries to dive forward, gets to about the 14-yard line. Still not going to be enough. It's going to be 4th down. I'm guessing we're going to see Elkhorn go for it here.
Yeah, I'm not aware of their kicking situation. It's certainly, if you got a kicker, it's not you're looking at a 30-yard, 31-yard field goal, but looks like 4th and 2, and it looks like we're going, folks.
So Clevenger will bring the troops to the line in the shotgun. 2 receivers again to his left. Hard count that time, almost got the Bears to jump, but they did not. Now Clevenger checks to the sideline. Still time ticking down on the play clock now. He'll take the snap, and he may have called the timeout first. That's exactly what happened. The Elkhorn coaching staff saw the back judge with his hand up in the air. They were probably counting down the 5 seconds as well. And Elkhorn called the timeout before the delay of game penalty. We can keep it here, I think, however. 9:51 still left to play in the first quarter. It's already been a weird 2 minutes and change in this ball game.
Well, I mean, it's been that kind of year for both programs, so I think we're going to maybe see a little of that the whole game. The one things I noticed watching a little film on Elkhorn is they went through a period of time where they did an awful lot of shifts, Brian. I mean, they were getting, motion penalties, sometimes 5 or 6 a game, right? And it looks like I haven't seen any motion as, a few plays we've seen, but it was confusing. It was confusing their linemen. It looks like they've simplified that down. But Blair sees the same film, and I think it's you don't want to kind of go all man all night, right? But you got to put pressure on them, right? And if you want them jumping and you want them doing these things, then you got to get pressure up front.
Ready to go now on 4th down. Again, they try the hard count. Bears sit tight. Elkhorn now checks to the sideline. 4th down and a little bit more than a yard from inside of the 15. They will hand it off to Worley straight up the middle. The official on the far side has him at the 11-yard line. That would be enough for a 1st down. And they've already moved the chains. We unfortunately have an Antler player down on the field, however. One of the linemen, I think. It's going to be a 1st down, but we'll get a brief stoppage of play here while they head out to tend to him.
Yeah, I mean, Blair kind of doing what I thought they would, right? There's no reason, with taking a look at the records and where we are at the season, neither team's going to the playoffs, right? It's like this is pure football, right? I mean, throw the records out, let's go play for 4 quarters. And Blair had a lot of pressure coming up. They probably had, 7 guys coming and shooting gaps, and Worley did a pretty nice job of being patient and getting the yards that he needed. But obviously one of the linemen didn't come out so well, and he tossed the helmet there. So I don't think it's a cramp, right?
Yeah.
So unfortunately, I hope the young man's okay, and it looks like they're gonna get him up on his feet. But
Kind of one of those situations, and you know it as a former lineman, Dan, where it's real easy to get rolled up on in a pile like that, especially your guy pushing you from behind. So hopefully that's not the case. 75 is the injured player. That is Liam Houston, so hopefully he's all right. He's back up gingerly on, looks like maybe his left leg, so hopefully they can get him off the field and tended to. The good news, if you're an Elkhorn fan, though, you've got it 1st and 10 from just outside of the 10-yard line. Looks like the ball is going to be put down at the 11, and now the Bears defense already put in a tough situation with the fumble on the kickoff return. Now it's got to stand up here and see if they can keep this a 0-0 game early on. Don't want to be playing from behind right away.
yeah, and again, I think you're gonna see a lot of bodies up near the line of scrimmage, and at this point, make them beat that, and then beat you, right? So, one thing I might point out, and I don't think they ran behind him that first play, but there is a young man. I think he's a sophomore, number 78, Eli Betts. I think he's 6'8", 280, and has been getting a lot of Division I attention. So I think they even named him Lineman of the Week on one of our local things. So keep an eye on him.
He's lined up at left tackle, and they're going to run it that direction. Nice little inside cut there, and working his way into the end zone. Reed Steck, tight end on maybe a little end around there, it looked like. Avoids the tackle, and he is into the end zone. Elkhorn's on the board first.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about it all year. It's kind of been an issue. You can't lose containment. That was just a little, call it a reverse, call it an inside draw or wing back reverse, they used to call it, but it was kind of with their tight end, and like I say, nobody over there, right? And didn't have much resistance, and defensively you can scheme all you want to get upfield, but you got to contain.
Sutton to attempt the extra point. Good snap, good hold, and a good kick as well. 9:33 left to play here in quarter number 1. Elkhorn leads it early, 7-0. We're back in 60 seconds on BSDN Live. Welcome back here again to BSDN Live. Bears trail it now, 7-0. Back to return the kick and see if Elkhorn tries to keep it away from the deep men and chips it to one of the up men. It worked for them on the first kickoff, although Carson Fow is absolutely a capable runner. Just bad luck that he fumbled that return, and Elkhorn took advantage of it. 7-0 as Sutton has it teed up again at the 40. Still Daggett and McCabe back to return for Blair. A little bit deeper this time, and it will be McCabe from the 15. He's out to the 25, makes a man miss to the 30, still on his feet, and all the way to the 40-yard line. Really good run there by Colin McCabe, and now Blair will have it for the first time offensively. Pretty good field position as well.
Yeah, we've talked about Colin the last couple games, and listen, folks, I mean, you want to score more points in this team. You want to beat this team. Colin McCabe's got to be a part of this game plan. I think your big tight end's got to, not tight end screens. I'm talking about getting the ball to your tight end and then Daggett. I mean, in your passing game, they've just got to be involved.
Yep. Also, you need to make sure this running back is involved too. I was going to say it's Blaze Bauman. He gets the start at the tailback spot. They hand it off to him, and Elkhorn clearly ready for it. They have 3 men on him. Blaze going to lose 1.5 yards, maybe 2. It's going to set up 2nd down and 12.
Yeah, that's that vanilla neutral, just little 23 dive, and it's, again, folks, it's out of the shotgun, so there's not much mystery to it, and certainly I don't know that Elkhorn's got a great line defensively that I've seen, but they're definitely fresh right now, so they dominated on that play, so we're going to have to do a little bit better.
2nd and 12. They're going to toss it to Bauman this time. He'll try the right side. He's hit hard as he got up to the line of scrimmage, coming up and making the tackle there. That's Isaiah Weasel.
We got a flag.
We have a flag, a little bit of extracurricular activity, I think, Dan.
It's going to be on 50 for getting in his face, but, yeah, he got in Blaze's face, and he jacked him up pretty good. But Blaze actually shoved back, and a lot of times they'll so something was said there, but again, dumb move, good play, dumb move. But old Blaze got a little shoved back in, but he was already walking away throwing the flag, so I don't think they saw the other one. It wasn't much, but again, he got up and let him know, and he's going to go over and talk to his coach right now. Is number 50, and that will be a pleasant conversation.
Yeah, I'm actually not sure.
Right now.
I don't think he's going to be doing much talking. He's going to be doing a lot of listening, I think.
Oh,
1st and 10 now for the Bears inside of Elkhorn territory. They're going to hand it off again to Bauman. He'll try the left side. Gets some great blocking over there. Blaze has a first down and more as he turns the edge inside of the 35 all the way down to about the 30-yard line. Great blocking by the left side of that Bears offensive line. Bauman picks up about 16 yards, sets up 1st and 10.
Yeah, and let me finish my thoughts from before. If you want to beat this team, and Blair's capable of doing that, we mentioned McCabe, we mentioned Daggett, and we mentioned Bomeyer. That's in the passing game. Listen, up front they need to block, and they need to give creases for Blaze, and you know what he's gonna do for you. So that's got to be the game plan, right?
Exactly. They're going to hand it off to him again. Same look. Bauman to the left side, and he drags an Antler defender inside of the 25 down to about the 20-yard line. I was going to say after the play where they had the little skirmish afterwards, not sure Blaze Bauman is the player that you want to fire up if you're an opponent, and it looks like on the next 2 plays he's showing why.
Listen, folks, I talked about Brock, and I talk a lot about Blaze, and I don't know. I've been around this game a long time, played it, and I don't know. I watched the kid play, and he just gives me goosebumps, right? I mean, somebody actually jumped on his back at about 4 yards, and he took him 4 yards, and that's not a good tackle, right? But he took him 4 more yards, and I'm like, that's really something.
Yeah, they're going to hand it off to him again, just a straight dive, and Elkhorn is ready for it. Coming in, a little bit of redemption play there. It's Isaiah Weasel, number 50 again. Gets up quietly this time and heads back to the defensive huddle. It's a loss of maybe 5 on the play. It's going to set up 3rd and 7.
Yeah, I don't want to be critical of play calling, and I mean that's because when you start doing that, you're not complimentary when something works, right? I get that, but there's just nothing there on that play. So I mean, you got a mobile quarterback, you got a really good running back, you got some kids you can throw to. Move the pocket. Open this thing up.
Let's see if the Bears, I thought maybe they'd throw it here on 3rd and 7. They're going to try Bauman again to the right side this time. Blaze is down to about the 23-yard line. It'd be a gain of 3, still not going to be enough for a first down. Dan, we are maybe 6 or 7 plays into this. We haven't seen the Bears throw the ball yet. A little bit out of character for them.
Yeah, and again, I don't expect to see you put the sophomore quarterback, in Eli Manning type of pocket passing down the middle and post patterns, but you can RPO him a bit, right? He's mobile and he can do these things for you. So it looks like we're going to go.
Little wildcat here on 4th and 3. They snap it directly to Bauman, straight up the middle. Blaze is inside of the 20, and I think he did get it.
Well,
boy, it's clear here on senior night they want to make sure that Blaze gets all the touches that he can. Has anybody else run the ball yet?
No.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
So good run there by Bauman. Actually had a little bit of crease up the middle, so good job by the center and the 2 guards. First down for the Bears.
Yeah, sometimes it's good to get out, and they're a little vanilla, but, coaches got to see what the guys up front are going to do, what the defense is going to do, how they're going to load the box, not load the box, and then you start opening that playbook up a little bit.
I think a play action's got to be coming here pretty soon. They're going to hand it off again. Bauman fights for maybe a yard inside of the 20, as I mentioned earlier, down to about the 19. Maybe got a yard. 2nd down coming up.
The reason I like that particular play is if they'd call it is it's actually an RPO.
Right.
Now, that one wasn't. He handed off, but he carried out the RPO fake. you know, the kid can run, right? And they're vulnerable on the edge. So, you know, if you're going to run one, then run the other, right?
Yep.
You know, the kid's young, he can run. I know we don't throw bet, that's fine. But if you're going to run the RPO action and then let the kid run a little bit, now they're coming in off the edge there.
Second and long. They'll send Daggett in motion this time. They still go to the handoff. It's Bauman bouncing off a tackler,
That's
spinning
just
inside of the
incredible.
15, down to about the 10. Well, he spotted a little short of it. Got him at the 12. That'll be a gain of 8 on the play. Third down coming up. It's third and about 2.
Yeah, Blaze just, you know, really, I think the little bit not a great spot on that, but again, carried a couple of guys to get the yards that he did, and like I say, you might want to kind of, you're almost going to have to get number 11 involved a little bit. Let's see for a little quick pass here.
Under center this time is Leggett. There's the snap and the handoff, and Bauman spins out of a hit, only to get himself maybe back to the line of scrimmage. You know that the runs from under center have not gone well so far on this drive. Everything else has been much better, but they lose or rather don't gain any yards on third down. It's 4th and 3. Bears likely going to go for it again here. Down 7-0. First quarter is almost gone. 3:40 left.
Yeah, I mean, not particularly dynamic play calling, right? I mean, I understand he's good, but you just can't go 23 dive every time, right? I can run down there and tackle him, so you got to open things up a little bit, and you're going to have to do it on 4th.
Now they will do it on 4th down. A shot into the end zone. Fight for the ball over there, and it's incomplete. So the Bears tried to hook up with, I think that was Daggett that was over there. He was covered well, fighting with his defender. Ball falls to the turf, and the drive for Blair sputters out at the 12.
Yeah, like I say, not exactly how I probably would have drawn it up, but you needed 4, so you pumped one in the end zone. You know, McCabe's been very serviceable, getting you 5, 6, 7 yards on little swing routes, and it might be something you want to do on third down, right? Interesting play calling, whatever.
Antlers offense will go back to work. Clevenger in the shotgun. He's got Worley back there with him. Their backs against the wall here, almost inside of their 10-yard line. A high snap. Clevenger able to corral it. Now he's just going to try to make the best of it. Bounces it off the right tackle. Got it back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe got a yard. Second down coming up. Nice job by the Bears defensively there.
Yeah, and it looked like, you know, at least scheme-wise, they're set up to contain, and I think that's important with this team, right? They're not, you know, they can move a little bit. So if you stack in the middle, you're vulnerable, and that way it looks like they've kind of spread things out a little bit and still showing pressure, and I think that's what you got to do against these guys.
On second down, Clevenger sends a man in motion. He will fake the handoff, rolls out, passes complete out to the 20-yard line. That's Matthew Ott with the catch. Be gain of 6, maybe 7 on the play. Third down coming up. It'll be third and about 3.
Yeah, a little swing pass. They showed it. They showed it the whole time. We were a little late to get there, and again, that's just something that they're gonna have to pick up on that a little bit because they got a little bit more than I think they should have. But again, he caught it, and there was nobody within 10 yards of him, so you got to pick that up. And they love to dink and dunk.
On third down, again they'll send a man in motion, and they toss it to him. This is Ott, little end around. Nice job there by the Bears. Ott was going to cut it up inside, and then he was forced back outside. I think that's number 17 again. Nice job. Nathan Murray comes up and makes the big stick, and the Antlers punt team is out on the field.
Yeah, good for you, Nathan Murray. Yeah, nice open field tackle, good form. None of that high stuff. Just looked like a double leg takedown to me, and lost about 3 or 4 yards. So this is now when Blair's kind of got to just start putting pressure on and gosh sakes, get it back on offense and open that up a little bit.
Clevenger, the quarterback, is also their punter, so he stands and waits at about his 5. It's away a nice punt, drives Daggett back all the way into Blair territory. He'll let the ball land near the 40. Really good punt there. Bears will start with good field position from They're 41, but Antlers did a good job getting out of their own end zone.
Yeah, nice job defensively. And like I say, we talk about players and we talk about scheme. From the first series, of course, they got it at the 30, right, or whatever happened in that weird penalty situation. But on that one, it schemed out a lot better. So
Yep.
whatever changes they made, it allowed them to adapt to a short passing game, a little running game, and that's good to see. And now we just got to get going offensively, right? Got to get in a rhythm. We haven't had a lot of rhythm all year. It's time to get in a rhythm.
See if they mix it up here. Bauman still in the backfield, 2 receivers to the right. They want to throw on first down. Leggett's going to gut up inside, and he will use his legs. Across the 45 to the 47-yard line goes the sophomore quarterback, Brevin Leggett. Good pickup there, Dan. You've kind of been asking for it, well, all year long, really. But he's mobile, and he does a good job holding on to the football there and makes kind of something out of nothing.
Yeah, and folks, I'm not trying to put anybody in harm's way, but you see him run the ball. He's pretty effortless in running. He's very comfortable running the ball. He didn't go sprinting out and diving. He just kind of dance here, got up. Shoot, he went and got you 6, almost 7 yards. So mix things up, folks.
On 2nd and 4, high snap. They'll hand it off to Bauman. Off that left side, Blaze across the 50 to about the 49, maybe the 48-yard line. Should be enough for a first down. The Bears have had most of their running success, Dan, that way, off the left tackle, left guard. And following the tight end as well, Bo Meyer was over there. Good job by the Bears. It's 1st and 10.
Yeah, and just keep, like I say, just keep mixing it up, right? You know where 2 is, you know where Bo is, you kind of know where Daggett is. You've got the running back there. Just keep mixing this thing up, right? And make them defend all your weapons.
Luke Donner also out there as a wide receiver. He split all the way out to the edge. That's going to be the end of the first quarter, however, before the Bears can get the snap off. So Blair is into Elkhorn territory again at the 48. We'll step away. They trail at 7-0. We'll be back with the second quarter on BSDN Live. Welcome back here again to BSDN Live. Bears have the ball 1st and 10 at the Elkhorn 48 to start quarter number 2. 7-0 is your score. The Antlers with the lead. Leggett from the shotgun. 3 men split out to his right. Blaze Bauman's in the backfield with him, and that's where they go with it. Blaze cuts it up inside. He'll get to about the 45-yard line, so a gain of 3 on the play. Sets up 2nd down and 7.
Yeah, and the reason I talk about running the quarterback a little bit is that's an RPO action. Even that plays an RPO action. Now, if he runs it and doesn't go follow through with the RPO action, right, they're going to see he has the ball. Keep the ball in there a little bit and pull it out. He'll run. I mean, he could get to Herman before anybody stops him. But
or Kennard.
But again, well, no, Kennard's over here now.
Oh, okay.
So you go Herman, but
2nd and 7. Leggett is going to roll out to his right. Pressured. Good pass caught by Daggett at the 40. That's a really nice pitch and catch, and that play's hard to defend. The Bears ran it well. Not sure if Hayden got to the sticks or not. If worst case scenario, it's 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah. What I kind of liked is the route was crisp. Ball was there. They also
sorry, Dan. Roughing the passer is the flag.
Oh,
I wondered if they were going to call that. Yep. There's a flag all the way back at the 45.
You can't do that, can you?
Well, that was a pretty blatant one, actually. Leggett threw it, and then he was.
Was it 50?
Then he was hit. I didn't catch the number. If it was, he's likely headed to the sidelines again. But either way, tack on 15 more, and the Bears creep a little bit closer to the red zone.
Yeah, and what else I liked about the play is you're rolling the pocket, you're giving the kid more options. You can throw, you can run. They also had Blaze out leading the play, almost like not a naked bootleg, but a covered bootleg kind of action. He just sprinted out of the pocket, and it puts a lot of pressure on a defense. So I liked it. Let's see more.
See if they, it's a harder throw to for the right-handed quarterback to come back to his left, but the wide side of the field would be that direction here on first down. They're inside of the 25. It's a toss to Bauman. Boy, that's tough from the beginning. Blaze bounces off a couple of tacklers. Did a good job just to get back to the 25. Elkhorn was all over that from the start and lost a 2 on the play.
Yeah, every time I see somebody run a pitch out of a shotgun, I think, I don't know. It's just I'm seeing the whole thing. You've got 10 guys pursuing that play, and like I say, it just under center you've got things you can do, but that one kind of gives it away. So not a fan.
So the Bears a little off schedule here. It's 2nd and 12, back from the 25-yard line. Leggett from the shotgun. Bauman's right next to him. He'll send Daggett in motion. They fake the handoff. Brevin's going to throw it. Now he's pressured. He'll roll to his right. Has all kinds of room over there. Still looking downfield. He's going to finally tuck it up and run. Gets away from one man. Stays on his feet. And all the way down to about the 20-yard line. Really good patient run and a scramble there by Leggett. Kept his eyes downfield. Picked up maybe 5 or 6 on the play. Sets up a manageable 3rd down.
When I say he's calm running, he will literally stop and start, move, kind of hush people aside. We'll have to kind of teach him in the next couple years that sideline can be your friend, right? We all know once a quarterback gets on the sideline, just the threat of stepping out, you can draw a penalty, you can get as much yardage out of it, but actually a pretty nice play by Brevin.
It's 3rd and 7. Likely 2-down territory here for the Bears unless they would lose big yardage here on 3rd down. Leggett's going to look to his right. Pass is knocked out of the air and incomplete. Knocked down by Reed Steck, who is coming on a linebacker blitz. That will set up 4th down for Blair from the 20. And I'm guessing they're going to go for it here. I know Blaze is their kicker. I'm not sure. I haven't seen him kick a field goal of that length. I'm not sure if he can or not. Doesn't matter. Offense is staying out there.
Yeah, I mean, it was vanilla pocket passing type of stuff, and again, you're throwing in the short side of the field too. So I'm not sure if it wouldn't have got tipped. There was much there, but again, if I got mobility, then I'm probably going to use that mobility and not so much worry about pocket passing. But we'll see.
Little trick play here on 4th down. The Bears are going to pitch it. That's McCabe. He's got a convoy in front of him.
He's a good football player, folks. I'm telling you.
He is into the end zone.
He's a good football player.
It's a beautifully designed play. Blair ran it perfectly. Colin McCabe into the end zone. 9:13 left in the half.
Kind of thought something like that was a coming, right?
Yep.
I mean, we talk about the RPO and everything vanilla. Well, again, a little bit of chicanery there. And let me tell you, folks, I could sit here all day long and watch Blaze, Bauman, and Colin McCabe and some of these kids play football. They're fun, right? And he's turned into a really nice ball player.
Bauman for the extra point. The kick is up, and it's good. So 9:13 left in the half. The Bears pull even. 7-7 your score. We'll step away for 30 seconds. We'll be back on BSDN Live. And welcome back here again to Crans Field. Brian Abrahams, Dan Dahlgren with you. 9:13 left in the first half. 7-7 your score. Bears will kick it away on a beautiful fall evening. We really haven't talked about the weather, Dan, but this late in October, we're up here in shorts and short sleeves.
Yeah.
Like, couldn't ask for much better. We've had much worse, let me put it that way.
Yeah, Very, very nice. So the kind of interesting point here, we're sitting 7-7, and like I say, I'm kind of interested to see what that momentum does to one sideline or the other. Elkhorn gets that early break, and did they use that momentum? It kind of stopped. Blair kind of took it back.
Bauman will kick it away. It's a low driving kick, mishandled at the 10-yard line. Now out to the 15 and not to the 20.
Foul. Carson foul.
Yes, Carson foul and Isaac Schultz down there with the big hit. The returner was Isaiah Herkenbach, and he mishandled it. That allowed the Bears' coverage team to get down there, and foul put a good lick on him all the way at about the 16, 17-yard line.
Yeah, you watch 33 because, you know, you get out, come out of the game, had a couple things go against him, right? And second one being the penalty, and all of a sudden it's like, but folks, he went down, took on the blocker, went through the blocker, and then made a completely perfect form tackle right where he about caught the ball. So nice job, Carson.
On first down, they will hand it off to Wordley, left side. He's across the 25, down to about the 27, 28-yard line. It'll be enough for a first down. Pretty good play there, and a good pickup by Wyatt Wordley.
Yeah, and Blair kind of coming back into that base defense, but you're going to have to contain the kid. The kid's a good running back, and the quarterback's mobile, certainly probably as mobile as Brevin. So keep containment, right? Don't give that up. Make them play straight up and beat you.
Clevenger sends a man in motion on first down. He'll roll to his right, fires the downfield pass, is caught at the 40, out to the 45, to the 50. Big tight end there with the catch. That's Trey Pacas with the good reception. A little bit of a run after the catch. He's into Blair territory to the 47-yard line.
Yeah, I mean, that's the risk of running zones. If you're not active in your zone, I mean, he ran from one defender between two.
Yep.
Nobody's moving, and he's wide open. Well, you're not covering anybody. That's the bad part of zone if you don't teach kids how to play zone. You know, I don't know what you're waiting for. That's why sometimes it's a little easier to man up and at least you know who's got who or start pointing, right? I don't care.
First and 10 again for the Antlers. They will hand it off to Worley, left side again. He ducks behind a blocker inside of the 45 down to about the 42-yard line. Be a 5-yard pickup, sets up second down and 5.
Yeah, Blair back in that base defense, and like I say, Clevenger can throw the ball around a little bit as well as being pretty mobile. So, like I say, I think you just got to mix it up and show them different things, but you're going to have to put some pressure on them. And like I say, keep getting upfield on him.
On second and 5, ball right in between the hash marks.
Oh!
And the mishandled in the backfield, and Clevenger wisely dives back on top of it. He put it in the belly of Worley, tried to pull it out. A little bit of miscommunication. The ball got taken out of his hands. They'll lose the 5 back, and it's going to be 3rd and 10.
Yeah, Blair, nobody's stunting, everybody's reading, and okay, I get that. But at some point, know what game you're in. Sometimes you got to make your own breaks, right? So let's see if they dial up some pressure and come after him and, like say, contain, because he's probably want to get outside the pocket.
Let's see what happens here on 3rd down as Clevenger checks over with the sideline. 7:10 left to play in the first half.
Man coverage.
2 receivers to the right, also a tight end over this direction as well, and a timeout is going to be taken. And I tell you what, Wade McVeigh, the coach, does not look super happy with his junior quarterback as he calls him over to the sideline. Either way, that's the second timeout the Antlers have used in the half. It's 7:03 left here in the second quarter. 7-7 your score.
Yeah, it looks like, both teams really susceptible to a little misdirection, right? Call it a reverse, call it whatever you want, but, don't be surprised if we see something like that. The passing game kind of picking up for Elkhorn and Blair a little bit that last series.
Right.
So, put it in your DB's hands. Well, it's always in their hands, right, whether they're in man or zone. But put it in your DB's hands or, come get him, right? Put him on the run. Just make sure you contain him because he's going to bolt out of there. But you know how we've been doing this, 5 years? You know what I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to see him turn maybe Storjohn or Foul loose at that
I
linebacker
want the
spot and
first
get some
word to be
pressure.
"oh,"
Incomplete. How about that?
and the second word to be "oh my."
Yes.
Yeah, I every once in a while dial it up, right? And I love to see it. Now you do it too much, that certainly can get played against you. But out comes the punter.
Yeah, they tried to get it out to Worley, and he overthrew his intended receiver. And as Dan said,
Watch the fake.
it's punting time
watch the
for Elkhorn,
fake.
and they're in a kind of a weird spot. They're at the Blair 47, and remember, as I said, their starting quarterback is the punter,
Yeah.
so got to be wary of the fake. It is 4th and 10, so they'd have to get all the way inside of the 40 to pick up a first down. Let's see what happens.
Blair needs to just play D, right? Good job.
Yeah, they will punt it. It's a low punt.
Right to him. Let's go.
Taken by Daggett
Up the field.
at the 10.
Up you go.
Hayden looking
Up
for
you
some
go.
space to the 35, still on his feet, across the 40 to the 42-yard line.
Tiptoeing.
Beautiful return there. That'll be about a 32-yard return by Hayden Daggett. And once again, the Bears offense with some pretty good starting field position. All 3 timeouts left, by the way, and 6:45 left in the half. Plenty of time.
Yeah, if I had your money, kind of money, Brian, I would go down there and just offer, $100 to throw a slant pattern to probably, arguably, the fastest Class B football player in the state right now. I would like to see one with the ball in his hands a little more. And again, I'm sure the coaches would too. But let's see if we see something.
On first down, they're going to run it instead. Nice job by Blaze Bauman of being patient. Got in behind the tackle and then bounced it outside across the 45 to the 47, 48-yard line maybe. Good pickup there. 2nd and 5 coming up.
Yeah, one thing I noticed on film is maybe a couple kids, Elkhorn, their defense is out there a lot. They get a little gassed, which is not unexpected. I thought Blair line there did a nice job staying with their blocks, and really Blaze just ran behind them and got 5 yards, which we'll take every time.
Probably the easiest yards I think he's had all night. Not that they were easy the whole way, but it was good patience. They're going to try it again. Same thing, left side, Bauman with the first down and more. And we got a flag thrown late, but it's in the neighborhood of where you might see a hold, unfortunately. It's a block in the back actually called on the Bears, so that will negate the roughly 15-yard pickup there by Bauman, and they'll step it backwards.
Yeah, I mean, the hold I can see. The block in the back, I mean, is it outside the tackle box? Well, when the action's going that way, bodies get turned around, and I see that called, and I think, I don't like it at any level, right? I mean, these are linebackers and defensive players that are really have moved, 5-6 yards. That's where the play is. And to see a block in the back in the tackle box can extend to where the play's going, and sometimes you just got to let that go. Now, if it's a hold, you're grabbing somebody, you got to call it, but I don't know.
They'll move the ball back inside of the Blair 45 to their 43. Whistle before the snap, so it was a 10-yard penalty. It was a spot foul. The penalty occurred at the Elkhorn 48, maybe 47-yard line. That's why they backed it up 10 yards from there. Let's see what the holdup is here. Delay of game maybe on the Bears. They take it back 5 more yards. I missed that.
Well, I don't know that they called delay a game, other than I don't think the spot of the hold was where they wanted it. So that side judge stopped play and and pointed that out. Thanks, buddy.
So now we'll go 2nd down and about 15. They're going to hand it off to Bauman again. Good patience there. He gets behind Bohmeyer. He's across the 40 to the 43-yard line. So he gets some of those yards back, and we're right at about the original line of scrimmage. 3rd and we'll call it 9 coming up.
If there was ever a time to run the RPO action like a bootleg, and you don't need to cover it, you don't need to sprint him out of pocket, just kept that thing in his belly a little bit and then pull that thing out. I just think it'll be more green than we've seen in a long time. But again, quarterbacks tend to not run it the same way when it's going to be that. They speed it up, and it shows. So
You're right.
That might be asking a bit, but 3rd and long.
3rd and 9. They'll send 3 men to the right. Leggett's going to roll that way, and they're going to throw a screen back here, and Bauman is wide open. He's to the 50, and he's drugged down at the 46-yard line. That play was designed well, almost knocked down by the Elkhorn blitzing linebacker, but it got to Bauman, and he did the rest. 1st and 10 for the Bears.
Yeah, Elkhorn pursuing hard, and again, you're going to be susceptible to those screens. I like it. It's an uncovered screen, right? It doesn't really show itself till your releases, and it's there all the time, right? Everybody's at every level. It's just how long can you stay in there and then release, right?
Important thing for the Bears is they got the first down, so it's 1st and 10. They'll hand it off again to Bauman. He's across the 45 and down to about the 43-yard line, so good pickup there. Got 3, maybe 4, 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, and Blair kind of in trips there to the right, which pulls 3 defenders out, and pretty soon, you're going to give Blaze a step, right? And he's going to burn you. So I like the alignment for the play call a little more than just everybody boxed in there. So the trips will pull people out. They got twins out there now and a receiver to this side.
Daggett's the lone man to the left side. Brevin Leggett from the shotgun. Bauman on his right hip. Leggett is back to pass. He's pressured and dropped for a loss. Once again, it's Isaiah Weasel. He has really been wreaking havoc here in the first half for both Bauman and now Leggett. All the way back to the Blair 45-yard line. Big loss on the play. Long 3rd down coming up.
Yeah, little missed block there, and 50 giving us a little celebration hula dance there. So it's actually probably not allowed, but again, it was entertaining. So, boy. Stuff's changed a lot.
Nice to see.
You probably wouldn't have done that back in my day because the next play's not going to be good for you.
Yeah, exactly. 3rd and long. Bauman's going to motion out of the backfield here. And they're going to come back again this way to wide receiver screen. Daggett with a really good catch. Bears will lead out in front of him with a couple of blockers. Hayden got it all the way to the 45. Now it's kind of decision time here. It's 4th down. It'll be 4th and 9. I don't know, Dan, do you punt this one or not?
I don't know. You probably go either way on it. I mean, there's 3:29 left, so your defense did a pretty good job the last couple of possessions. So
they're going for it.
If they punt and get it at the 20, or you turn the ball over and they get it at the 45 with 3:29 left, I don't know.
They tried to use Weasel's aggressiveness against him there by running a screen right at him. Now we're going to get Elkhorn's 3rd timeout of the half taken here as they want to discuss what they want their defense to do. But they ran a screen right at Weasel, the defensive end or outside linebacker, whatever he's lining up as. And really it ended up working well enough that now it's decision time here for the Bears.
Yeah, the only thing that's tough about that play is you're running that to the short side of the field, and you're not giving Hayden much room to maneuver, right? Whereas if you kind of go the other way with it, if he sees green, he's tough to catch. But he was pretty pinched in and just did a pretty good job of dancing up and getting the yardage that he did. So it did work, but I'm not sure, like I say, a little tough to the short side.
We'll see what the Bears are going to do here coming out of the timeout. I'm not sure what's the right play here for 4th and 9. They've had success, dragging Daggett across the formation if they can roll Leggett that way. We saw that play work for about 10 yards. Have not called Bohlmeyer's name yet as far as a receiver position is concerned, and don't forget about Colin McCabe. So they've got options out there. And now that Elkhorn is back out on the field, 3:29 left in the half. Remember, Blair still has all 3 timeouts left, so if they get a first down here, they'd still have plenty of time to look into the end zone. 4th and 9. Leggett back to pass from the pocket. He's going to look to his left. Now he's going to pull the ball down, and he is wrapped up. Fell forward across the 40, got to the 39-yard line, but once again, that's Weasel with the tackle. Not enough for a first down, a turnover on downs. It'll go back to Elkhorn.
Yeah, and I don't think it was a designed run, right? And I'd almost rather seen a designed, quarterback draw, because you got 3 receivers out, so they're pretty spread out. Just grab that thing, and at least you're hitting at full speed, because even at the slow rate he was going, he almost got the first down.
Right.
I mean, you might as well just say they run him interestingly. I don't know.
Now Elkhorn will have to work with no timeouts. They're going to toss it to Worley on first down. Off the left side across the 45 to the 47-yard line. Importantly for the Bears, they keep him in bounds, so the clock will run. 3:10 left.
Yeah, it looks like they're kind of running behind Betts a little bit more with that action, and like I say, pretty big fella over there, and if he gets his mitts on you, and you know I think about blocking nowadays, right? They can grab until they can't, so you got to contain. Get out there.
Play
Get
action
out there.
here on second down. They're going to fire it down the middle.
Uh-oh.
Oh, boy, we're going to get a pass interference thrown. Receiver and safety basically just collided with each other, and the official turned late, saw the collision, and threw the flag. It's going to be pass interference on the Bears.
Yeah, as much as I like to disagree with the refs, I think I'd have thrown that too. It was really no reason for it, right? I mean, you got to turn your head, you got to know where the ball is, and I think Hayden would kind of like to have that one back, but he was running with him and just kind of went in and showed contact. Unfortunately, the ball wasn't quite there yet. So, yeah, but again, in high school, even in college, what's the old adage? Better to give up 10 than give up a touchdown. But
Right.
It was well defended, so I'm not sure, he that was his intention there, but he got there a little early.
1st and 10 now from the Blair 38. They will hand it off to Worley right up the middle, 35 maybe to the 34-yard line. 2nd down and about 7 coming up. 2:30 left in the half.
Yeah, Blair kind of staying in a base defense, and of course with the threat to throw, I guess you don't want to give up something big, but you also got to put pressure on him, right?
Antlers trying to work quickly here. They'll hand off again to Worley. He bounces off. The quarterback kept it. Fooled me. Clevenger kept it. The Bears saw it. Short gain. Only picked up about 2 or 3. It's going to be 3rd and 6.
Yeah, pretty nice job up front. And again, we call our backers and our DBs. We don't call our interior linemen much for tackles because they're, it's new football, Brian. They occupy blockers and other people make plays, and I'm like, I don't know. I got 11 guys. I'm unleashing all 11 on you, right? But on that one, pretty good mobility and moved laterally and stopped it pretty much at the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd and 6, with 2:07 left in the half, the Bears call a timeout, expecting to get the stop here, obviously, and try to get the football back for their offense. So now put a little bit of pressure on your defense here instead of forcing the pressure on Elkhorn side. The Antlers have enough time to huddle up, rest up maybe a little bit, and come to the line of scrimmage a little bit more prepared. We'll see what the defense does here. 3rd down and 6 from the 34.
Yeah, Elkhorn having some success dragging that tight end. Was that this possession or was it the last one?
Last one, that
yeah.
Pacas coming across. You're exactly right. See if they try that again here. Clevenger, his tackle jump.
Big boy.
Yeah, when you're 6'10", 6'8", and
he's only 6'8".
Yeah.
But when you adjust,
Yeah.
The light went dim over there. So you pretty much, yeah. I mean, I don't know what. There's a shadow went all the way to the other sideline. So no, they're going to see it. But again, we'll take that. And like I say, it also might influence what you do on 4th down here. But let's say Blair dials something up here, and but contain him, but go get him, right? Contain him, but go get him.
3rd and 10. Worley to the right side of the back. Clevenger's going to roll to his right, looking downfield, and just threw it out of bounds. That's well covered. Colin McCabe on the coverage. Good job by the Bears to pull off and not hit the quarterback late. That will bring up 4th down, and you're right, Dan. Interesting to see what you do here from the 40. I mean, if you punt it into the end zone, you net a 20-yard gain. You could try to go for it here, and well, it's not quite at the 40, I guess. It's the 38-yard line, but point remains the same, I think. Looks like the offense will stay out there for Elkhorn. 4th down and 10 with 2 minutes left in the half. Clevenger from the gun again. Now he's going to slide back. Maybe a little pooch punt coming here. Fires it off to the right side. It'll roll inside of the 20 and then back across the 20. Actually going to roll out of bounds at the 21-yard line. So the Bears defense gets the stop. They have 2 timeouts left, minute 52 as well. Want to get like a big chunk play here early on, and then that kind of gets the offense going and thinking about points.
Yeah, again, we talked about our, you got McCabe, you got Daggett, your speedster, and you, like say, you got this, what I'd probably say is an underutilized 6'5" tight end who's a basketball player, right? Put the ball up to him and let him run a little soft post or something. But no, we're gonna run.
Leggett will play action on first down, and they will bounce it outside. That's McCabe with a good catch and a spin. We're going to flag thrown, though. They may get a holding called on Luke Donner, the receiver that was trying to throw a block out there for Colin. And funny thing is, Donner's the one that ended up on the ground after the defender threw him down. That is the call, however. So that nice pitch and catch and a gain of about 10 will be negated by the penalty.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't. I was kind of focused on the action with Colin. I wasn't seeing exactly what was going on, but obviously thrown by that line judge over there. And yeah, I'm sure he's correct, right? So they definitely engaged with each other. So one way or the other, they ended up on the ground, one grabbing the other, one grabbing the other. I mean, you got a hand fight, folks. You got, that's how we block. You hand fight, give them time to run around, and the grabbing stuff on the edge is not going to work.
Because of the spot foul, it's 1st and 15. Two receivers to the left. Brevin Leggett back to pass. He's scrambling now, looking for some space over there on that far sideline. Got knocked down, fumbled the football, but fumbled it out of bounds out at the 15. Fortunately for the Bears, second down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Interesting play call. Like I say, I think they kind of wanted to go deep, right? That's kind of what we're thinking with 1:35 left.
Yep.
But sometimes you got to take what's given to you, right? Especially if you have two timeouts. So 10, 15-yard routes are good, right?
Might be time for a screen or a draw here. Let's see what they dial up. They're going to hand it off to Bauman. Blaze will get around the left edge to the 30, to the 40, and he's still on his feet all the way to the 50-yard line. That's how you finish a run, by the way, folks, as Bauman lowers the boom, and he's forced out of bounds finally at the 49-yard line. Beautiful play there by the Bears senior tailback.
Yeah, we missed Blaze for a couple of games there, dealing with a bit of a shoulder injury, and held out for a few games, and we got him back in some capacity last week, and missing him on the defensive side, but I'll tell you what, he sure is fun to watch, and well schemed and well blocked, right?
Yeah, a lot of credit to the left side of that Bears offensive line as well. Pressure coming now on the left side. Leggett back to pass. One-on-one down the field looking for Hayden Daggett. It is incomplete. He just kind of hung it up there, kind of a jump ball, and Daggett fighting with his defender, unable to make the catch. Second down coming up. Called the right play, I think, with the way that Elkhorn brought the pressure. Just couldn't execute.
Yeah, he got a little bit of a duck off there, so it was actually thrown behind him, and it looked like Wade, Wade, his dad did it?
No,
Hayden went up with one hand, and like I say, that's probably not going to work for you, so get those big mitts up there and pull that thing in.
Still plenty of time for the Bears on second down. They'll hand it off to Bauman again, and Blaze running right behind his offensive line. He's across the 50 into the to about the 40-yard line. It's enough for a first down. Should stop the clock momentarily. And Bears are going to use a timeout, trying to conserve the clock. Coach Landsman will call a timeout. 1:07 left. Still one more timeout for Blair here. They'll have it 1st and 10. Bauman with another good run.
I know it's play calling 101, but they got to have, I don't know. They've got to have a bootleg in there, right? And again, you almost got to tell a kid, right, we're going to run this and then we're going to run that, but run them exactly the same. That's a practice thing, right? I mean, don't rush through it. You put that ball in Blaze's belly just like you did the play before, right? And then pull it out, right? And again, with your mobility and the receivers taking guys off the other way, you're going to have a lot of room to run. Don't dance, get upfield, right? And like I say, you certainly can pass out of it too, but if you do it right, I think you're going to have so much open space. It's just going to be too inviting. But maybe we'll see it. I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see what happens here on 1st and 10. Ball on the left side, the near hash. 2 receivers to the right. Hayden Daggett on the formation here on the left side. He'll go in motion. Leggett takes a snap. He'll hand it off to Bauman again. Blaze inside of the 35 down to about the 32-yard line. Not enough for a first down. Bears will work quickly. Still 58 seconds left. 2nd and 2 coming up. This is where you had 2 plays called coming out of that timeout. Leggett to pass. Fires it out there. It's caught by, dropped by Colin McCabe. He'll want that one back because that would have been a first down, and had he got past one defender, nothing but green in front of him. But it does stop the clock. 47 seconds left. It's 3rd and 2.
Well, everybody gets a mulligan. So, yeah, Mr. McCabe, you get a mulligan, but a little bit different throwing action too. He didn't put a lot of pepper on it.
Yep.
Kind of took a little bit longer to get there, but he was so wide open, right? But again, yeah, I'm sure he wants it back. But again, did stop the clock.
See if they go back to Bauman here on 3rd and short. They do. Elkhorn thought the same thing. Blaze bounces off a couple of tackles. Unfortunately, he's not going to get the first down. See if the Bears are going to use that timeout. They won't. 4th down and less than a yard. Coach Landsman gets a play sent in right away. 2 receivers to each side of the formation. Elkhorn shifting their defense around. Brevin Leggett will take the snap. He'll hand it off to Bauman.
Why?
Elkhorn was ready for it. They had 3 men in the backfield before Blaze could even get back to the line of scrimmage, so that will end that drive. 21 seconds left in the half. Elkhorn will get the football back. 7-7 still your score. Antlers without a timeout. See if they can do anything here before halftime.
I don't think I'm the only one sitting here going, why? You know, if you got 4th and a foot, you snap the ball 5 yards deep and run the same exact play. I mean, God's sakes, take the timeout and go under center, and you'll get your yardage, right? I mean, do something different. I mean, you can't let I don't know. Come on, folks.
Bears will blitz here on 1st down. Good job by Clevenger to get the ball out quickly across the 40 to the 41-yard line. That pass is complete. That's Herkenbach with the catch. Stops the clock as well. Picked up 6, 2nd and 4 coming up. 17 seconds left in the half.
Yeah, I don't know. Elkhorn might take a shot. I would imagine they'll put one up in the air here, take a shot. I mean, you know, they might be content to go in at 7-7. It's both kind of strange territory for both teams, right?
Right.
So we'll see. But I'd probably pump one up. You never know.
Let's see what happens. Clevenger will throw it again. Pass is caught by Ott. Another little short out route. He's marked out right at the 50. It's enough for a first down. Stops the clock again with 11.7. And if the Bears are going to continue to play off that far defensively, maybe that's okay. You force Elkhorn to chip their way down the field, and eventually the clock's going to run out on them.
Well, no timeouts. 11 seconds left a half. I'm probably going to give you a little space, right?
Don't get beat deep, right?
Yeah, and the thinking is maybe they're inching up here to be able to put one down the field, but I don't know.
We'll send Herkenbach in motion. High snap. Clevenger's got it, but his pass is knocked down. That's Bo Meyer. There's your 6'5" defensive end, Dan, coming up, reaching those hands up, knocks the pass down. 8 seconds left. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Yeah, I just, you know, I know I've been harping on it all year, and I apologize. It must sound terrible at home, but I don't know. I see athletes, right? And the kid, I've watched him play basketball. Started, I think, as a freshman. I mean, he's just a good athlete, folks. He's 6'5", 6'6". Yeah, get him the ball, right? Put this kid in the game, right? That's what I'm thinking. Uh-oh.
Andrew's going to take a shot down the field again. It is.
No, that's not a flag.
Incomplete. They're going to call pass interference.
No, that was timed perfectly.
Boy.
That's a horrible call. Again, it's 10 yards, and there's 1 tick left on the clock. That's not pass interference.
Yeah.
Folks, I can tell you all day long, whoever called that, drive back to
Coach
Omaha.
Landsman wants to know exactly what happened there. He's pointing. We had the same situation down here. That was really good coverage. That was Hayden Daggett coming over right on time.
Everything
knocked that
done
ball
correctly,
down. It was
folks.
perfect.
Yep, everything done correctly. No, it didn't interfere with anything. Ball got there, and he got hit. That's the way it works. So, again, you are in high school, so That 10 yards is probably not going to change this game, but that's not a good call.
So it's a penalty of 15 yards. It moves it to the 35-yard line. There is 0.7 seconds left in the half. One more play coming. Blair calls a timeout. I'm sure Coach Landsman wants to fire up his defense and make sure that this does not end in points. And they will go into halftime happily with a score of 7-7.
Yeah, and I'm sure you're going to see same kind of action, right? They're going to throw the ball down, and they'd like that to be in the, they've got the last two calls, and again, I think the first one legitimately was, timing was bad. That was actually defended perfectly, and free safety got there right after the ball did. I mean, it was just wasn't, he threw into double coverage, folks. I mean, it's, it takes a different kind of receiver to go up in double coverage and it just wasn't there for him. So why try to bail him out? It was kind of a silly call, but especially when you see those I don't call them Hail Marys, but this is all we got, right? We're going to pump one down the field. Don't bail them out, unless it's just something you have to call. So again, I think you're going to see the same thing right here, but we'll see.
Certainly, Clevenger's got the arm to get it into the end zone. From play will be snapped at the 35. He'll likely be around the 40, 42, 43. Where he's going to throw it from. They've added a little bit of time back on the clock. There's 1.7 seconds left, so they added a second.
That's good officiating there. Got to get that second
Make sure.
back on. Basically, the ball's going to get snapped, and until that play is done, this will be the last play unless, I guess there's a penalty in the end zone, right? There'll be an untimed down. So
Clevenger back to pass, looking to his left, fires it up in the air. It's incomplete. And another flag is going to be thrown. This is going to be a pass.
It's not catchable. The ball was thrown out of bounds. That's not a catchable ball. Now you should have a white hat should walk over and say, listen, that ball was 5 yards out of bounds. I understand there was contact when the ball before it hit the ground, but the ball wasn't anywhere near him. Oh, come on, folks.
Waiting for the final official signal here. There it is. It's pass interference called on the Bears. So they will step it from the 35 down to the 20. And as Dan said, because it's a defensive penalty, we will get one more untimed down.
My boy.
Neither team with a timeout, so they'll have to just shuttle the play in from the sideline, and this will be the end of the half.
Yeah, that was one flag that needed to stay in his pocket. I mean, that ball landed on the other side of the white, out by where the long jump pit used to be over there, and I'm not sure how he's going to catch that.
Here we go. Clevenger will send a man in motion. He's going to look to his left. Bears bringing pressure. Ball's thrown over the middle, and it is almost caught.
You want to bail him out again?
Yeah, boy, there was a little bit of contact.
That's
incomplete, however. Reed Steck, the intended recipient, and the half is finally ended.
7-all, folks.
7-7. Bears and Antlers will step away for 15 minutes or so. We'll come back with the second half on BSDN Live. Welcome back here to BSDN Live as we get ready to start the second half. 7-7 is the score between your Bears and the Elkhorn Antlers. Blair will kick off to start the second half. Dan, maybe a quick summary from your side of what we saw there in the first half. A little bit of offense, a lot of defense from both sides.
You're not going to talk about my Samoan precipitation
Well, we can
dance
talk about
to
that.
the beat of the drums?
Yeah, that was really good, actually.
Okay.
I wish we would have had a camera on you.
Yeah, well, that's why we do this on radio, folks. So, yeah, it's been an interesting game, right? It started out a little sloppy there, and Blair really cleaned it up. They just haven't been able to punch anything else in besides the 7 we got, and we've run down and used 4 downs, and so here we sit at 7-7, and again, Elkhorn scoring on the break we gave them at the beginning of the game. I think our drive actually was a little more sustained.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen a ton out of the Elkhorn offense. That they ran a little bit on that last one, but again, Blair back in a, I don't know if I'd call it a prevent, but definitely a soft, deep zone, and so running the ball's probably going to work a little bit, and so's the passing underneath. So here we go. Both teams, would like to get in the win column, and like I said, we talked about momentum. It was there, and then gone for Elkhorn. Maybe Blair grabbed it a bit and seemed to be playing a little bit better. So we'll play 2 quarters, and we'll see who wants this thing.
Second half ready to go here on senior night as Bauman kicks us away, handled by Herkenbach. Pardon me, that's actually Worley out to the 35-yard line. Good return there by their starting tailback. 1st and 10 for Elkhorn. Foul in on the tackle for the Bears, and now an opportunity here for the defense to set the tone for the second half.
Really nice kickoff down inside the 5. Kind of outkicked his coverage. I noticed we kind of pulled up at about the 25, 25-yard line, and we're waiting for the runner, and I'm going, that's probably not how you want to approach that, right? You got to go get him. So pretty good run back by Worley.
On first down, Clevenger will hand it off to Worley. He's straight up the middle, right behind his center across the 45 to about the 47, maybe the 48-yard line. 47 it will be, just shy of the first down, 2nd and 1 coming up.
Yeah, maybe Elkhorn kind of going back and thinking, well, let's run the ball, right? We're fresh now, we're coming out, and let's let the run set up the pass.
They check over to the sideline here on 2nd and really less than a yard. Worley, the tailback. 2 receivers will line up here to the near side. 1 and a tight end to the right side as Clevenger sets up in the shotgun. He'll take the snap, looks to pass. It is caught by Ott across the 50 to about the 46-yard line. Nice little pitch and catch there, enough for a first down.
Yeah, they've ran that route a couple of times, and they get 2 receivers, and 1 gets upfield, 1 comes under, and it's not really a swing pass, right? He's upfield, but your defenders kind of got to decide how they're going to play that, and we haven't played it well yet, but need to adjust.
They'll hand it off to Worley here on first down. Tries the right side. He's inside of the 45 to the 43-yard line. He'll pick up 3. 2nd down and 7 coming up.
Yeah, Elkhorn obviously wanting to establish the line of scrimmage, right? Maybe they feel that might have been something they saw too at halftime, or saw that maybe we went away from that, and that's something they want to do. And defensively, right, you gotta do it with players, or you got to do it with scheme, but you don't want to give up the line of scrimmage. And again, I think they seem to be more than willing to run the ball, and then use that to set up a pass, I would guess.
On 2nd and 7, they will hand it off again. It's Worley again, straight up the middle, across the 40 and down to about the 37-yard line. Not enough for a first down, but it'll be 3rd and less than a yard again.
Yeah, Blair just really got to make an effort to get a little more size in there with Tessendorf, I think. But, yeah, you're just going to have to get off blocks. And, like I say, we've given up probably 5 yards line of scrimmage the last 3 plays, right? And
yep.
And if you ask an offensive lineman, if I can go 5 yards a play, then there's no reason to pass the ball, right? We'll just keep doing this. So Blair going to have to put a stop to that.
They're going to run it again. This time they'll try the right tackle. Worley's got the first down. Again, Dan, 5 yards as the defensive back had to come up and make the hit, but a first down for Elkhorn from the Blair 32-yard line so far. It's been nothing but runs outside for the one short pass here on the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and one of your better defensive players, one of your better tacklers, Blaze Bauman, with the shoulder situation. And again, you're not going to put him out there on defense, I don't think. So, but you're going to have to scheme around this. You just not going to make a living at 5 yards of carry.
Here's a toss on first down. Worley into the secondary again, inside of the 20 to the 18-yard line. That was well blocked out front. Looked like they got Betts out there, and a wide receiver didn't catch his number. But Worley easily got to the second level before he was hit.
Yeah, Blair given a large gains here, right? And again, regroup, re-scheme, figure out how you're going to do this. But yeah, you're not going to make much of a living giving up 10 yards of carry. So need to tighten it up.
1st and 10 inside of the red zone for Elkhorn. Clevenger, high snap, got it down and handed it off to Worley, but that kind of threw the timing off a little bit. Worley did get positive yardage. He's near the 16, maybe the 17-yard line, so a short gain there. Opportunity now for the Bears defense to take advantage as it will be 2nd down and 9.
Yeah, and kind of thinking like an offensive coordinator, or at least we've seen him play for two quarters now, right? You almost think they're going to do that vertical running game until things set something else up. So I say bring it up, bring the heat.
They'll hand it off again, though, however, and it's Worley straight up the middle behind his right guard inside of the 10 or right to the 10-yard line. Pretty good pickup there for the Antlers. It's 3rd down and short, maybe a yard and a half left.
Yeah, kind of disappointing there. There's it wasn't a tremendous run, right? He just got on the back of somebody, and again, there's 3 or 4 people behind him with purple jerseys on, and nobody tackled him, right? So at some point you're playing, you're not tackling. So go find the ball and make a play.
3rd and short. They'll hand it off to Worley.
Like that.
There's a hit in the backfield, but he bounced off of it, did get it inside of the 10 to about the 8-yard line. That was Carson Fowl, I think, that came in from those outside linebacker spot and made the initial hit. But Worley got the first down. It'll be 1st and goal for Elkhorn from the 8. 7:05 left to play in the 3rd quarter. Antlers have chewed up a substantial amount of this quarter by keeping the ball on the ground. They'll send 2 receivers to the right, double tight end formation here. Now one man motions to the left side. Ball's on the turf, however, and picked up by the Bears.
Well, then there's that.
Yeah.
See, I was about to say we need to tighten things up, and again, we will, right? Well, however this works out, you can't do that, right? You can't give up 5-10 yards of carry on the same play over and over, right? Things got to either you scheme it or you body it, and Blair catches a break there, but certainly Elkhorn looked like a different team there marching down the field.
Yeah.
So, hey, you know what? That's a break each way at this point. I don't know what the silly penalties we saw at the end of the first half, but let's see what that Blair offense can do and just relax and get down the field.
Brady Wolf with the fumble recovery for the Bears. They'll have it at the 10. They are starting with a handoff here as they get it to Bauman. A lot of what we saw in the first half. Excuse me. Blaze will get out to about the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Picks up 2. That's going to set up 2nd down and about 8.
Yeah, I guess weapons isn't the correct word, but you know your horses out there, right? You got to get the ball in their hands, and there's 2 or 3 of them out there, right? Blaze must have at this point 20 plus carries.
Well, he had 10, I think, on the first drive of the game for Blair. So
I'm not sure what you're doing there, other than I guess that's your plan.
They're going to continue to ride him. They'll hand it off. It's Bauman up the middle across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Manageable 3rd down coming up here. It's 3rd and 4, but really, Dan, you got to be thinking Elkhorn's keying on 25. See if you can go somewhere else.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems like all year we've thrown the ball a little bit in the flat, roll them out a little bit, and little delayed out route. We've seen it with two receivers, or with Hayden and with Colin. One a little deeper, and let the kid pick and choose. It's kind of hard to cover both, and I don't know, just kind of odd play calling, just really putting the weight on Blaze's on his shoulders.
Well, they're going to give it to him again. He bounces off a couple of tacklers. Nice spin move to get across the 20 to the 22-yard line. Without that spin, he doesn't get the first down, but because he did, it's 1st and 10 Blair.
Well, I guess the thinking too could be is, Blaze not playing defense, right? He's pretty fresh when he goes out there. I'm just kind of thinking of the shoulder,
Yep.
right? But again, that's just me. I don't know all the, I don't know how he feels tonight, right? I don't know details, but I guess they're feeling they can lean on him since he's going one way.
They'll throw it here on 1st down. Leggett. Now
Go.
He's got all kinds of room to run.
That's all
Flag
right.
thrown behind him. Pass is complete to McCabe over there on the far sideline, but as you likely correctly called, Dan, a flag thrown in the backfield. This will be a hold on the Bears' offensive line, so that will negate the nice pickup there on 1st down.
I'm going to be quiet, but
I could talk over you here and try to keep you from getting yourself in trouble if
well,
you want.
I'm not going to get myself
okay.
in trouble. I'm just saying everything's been getting called the other way. I mean, I assume the Elkhorn must be playing the cleanest game I've ever seen. I don't see anything called. And again, I'm not denying there's a lot of grabbing going on, but it doesn't seem to be on the other side of the ball. I just watched them march down the field, and not one holding penalty was called. And I guarantee you, folks, they're grabbing the heck out of each other. It's just the way they play this game now. I don't like it, but at some point you got 8 or 9 penalties to none. So I mean, my word, folks.
That does back the Bears up inside of the 15 to the 12-yard line. Swing pass on 1st down. That's Bauman, I believe, with the catch. He'll get it all the way out to the 20. So a nice job there by the Bears to get a good chunk of that 10-yard penalty back. And now, I think for the first time in the game offensively, Bauman's going to come off and Carson Fowl will come out. It'll be 2nd down at about 12. Probably just long enough for Blaze to catch his breath. A play, maybe 2, and I would expect he'll be back out there.
Yeah, I would imagine hopefully we'd see some kind of rollout action. Like I say, McCabe's been a steady hand, and I'd like to see that tight end get a little involved.
Leggett will throw it. Looking to his left. There you go, Dan. Right on cue. They hook up with Bo Meyer on a nice 5-yard out route. He makes the catch at about the 26, 27-yard line. Good pickup there. And it's going to be 3rd down and about 6 for the Bears.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you just get a big kid like that with soft hands. I just get him the ball. I'd say he'd get, I hate to say 10 a game, but he'd get 6 or 7 of those a game, right? I mean, I want them thinking about the flat. I want these things, and that should open up other things for you. But again, you got to go to those other resources and weapons. Otherwise, they're going to key on 25.
On 3rd and 6, the Bears will stack 2 receivers to each side of the formation. Leggett looked like he was going to scramble, and then his feet just kind of came out from under him. It's going to go down as a sack for Isaiah Weasel, and another big loss for the Bears offense all the way back to the 15-yard line. And this is really for the first time today they're an obvious punting situation.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened. He kind of tripped himself up. But, again, you put him in the pocket. And you've had such great success rolling the kid out, right? Make him defend the whole field. You got 2, 3 really good kids to put out there as receivers. I guess I'm just a little confused.
Donner will punt it away. Nice high punt. And it is caught by Ott. A fair catch just across the 50 at the Elkhorn 48-yard line, 47-yard line now with 3:01 left to play in the 3rd quarter. The Bears defense back out there. I'll say they forced a turnover on their last drive. I'm not sure that forced would be the right word to use for it. They got a turnover, but Elkhorn was moving the ball pretty easily. Let's see if the Bears' run defense is ready to stand up here.
Yeah, and I don't say bring the heat more against his team because I think you're going to sack him every time. But you'll see false starts. You'll see things. You'll see bad handoffs, and that's kind of where I'm getting at. That's a hold. They'll
hook up with Ott on 1st down. No flag thrown, but he gets it out to about the 50-yard line, so it's a 2-yard gain. Nice job there again. Nice. That's a 3rd time we're going to call his name here. Nathan Murray with a good play. 2nd and 8 coming up. 2nd and 7, excuse me.
Yeah, pretty nice job of the defender. And basically he took his guy over and made the tackle while he was still latched onto him. So I don't know. But again, if that would have been on the other sideline, I think he would have called it. So it is what it is, folks. But anyway, pretty well defended. But like I say, I say bring the heat, show the pressure, do these things simply because I've seen this team jump off sides 5 or 6 times a game, but not when you're sitting back in a base defense. You're giving them continuity, right?
Antlers will hand it off to Worley as the play clock was running down. He gets it inside of Blair territory to about the 47-yard line. Third down coming up. It's 3rd and 4.
Yeah, pretty good tackle on there. Like I say, maybe not the pep and fire in that offensive line as that they had last time, but again, some of those kids go both ways. I haven't seen actually a lot of it. Our kids do. I hate to say for the most part, a lot of them do go both ways. So you just run out of size. But again, not quite as dominant on this one. But bring it.
Oh, there you go. They bring the pressure up the middle, the high snap, and Worley is dropped for a loss. Brock Werner in the backfield, Griffin Rosterman in the backfield, and the Bears. Well, Elkhorn gets a little bit of forward progress, I guess. They'll set it down to the 50. The tackle was made much closer to the 45, but, it is what it is. Still 4th down, and I think Elkhorn's still going to punt.
You bring pressure because they tend to jump off sides, they tend to do things, and they don't run their offense as well. I understand. That's why I'm saying doing it. But again, I thought we stayed in our base defense while they drove down the field last time, and we're kind of fortunate we got that ball on the ground.
Clevenger will punt it away. Nice directional punt. It's going to bounce inside of the 5.
He's in the end zone.
And let's see.
Yeah.
That is correct.
His feet are in the end zone. Great effort, though.
Yeah, really good effort, but kind of a mistake there by the Elkhorn player that was covering. He could have picked that up at the 2 or the 3. And you're right, Dan. He went closer to the goal line. His feet slid into the end zone when he covered the ball, and that is a touchback. And the Bears are breathing a collective sigh of relief that they'll get this at the 20.
Yeah, great effort. And like I say, I think he could have just taken it. Holy smokes.
Taken.
Well, anyway, taking it on the bounce at about the 3-yard line and really putting Blair in a hole. And he got a little greedy. Problem is he lost his footing and slid in the end zone. So white hat right there to make the correct call.
On 1st and 10 from the 20. Leggett from the shotgun. He's going to fake the handoff to Baum, and he'll swing it out here to the near side to, that's going to be McCabe with the catch. Not much doing there. Had Donner in front of him. Elkhorn really did a good job covering up. They got a yard. Tried something different there on 1st down. Elkhorn ready for it. 2nd and 9 coming.
Yeah, that one to the short side of the field, not a lot of room, right? And like I say, you get a yard out of it. But again, you did stretch them, and it's something you maybe want to go back to even on this wide side of the field. And, well, that'll get you 5.
How about a hard count? There we go. That'll be 5 for the Bears. 36 seconds left to play, by the way, in this 3rd quarter. Neither team has scored. It's still 7-7. It would be really fitting if this game went into overtime, I think, Dan, as both teams trying to find win number 1 this year. We're not going to make it easy.
You never know, because the defenses have kind of taken over that last
the fumble, yeah.
Fumble,
yep.
But anyway, well, we'll take it to the 4th here, I think.
Yeah, the clock is stopped at 36 seconds because McCabe went out of bounds, so this could be the last play of the quarter. 2 receivers to the left, Bauman in the backfield with Leggett. There's a snap. They will fake the handoff. Brevin forced out of the pocket to his right, and fortunately he's able to get this one out of bounds before he's dropped for a loss. So the pass is incomplete, but good job just to get rid of it. 30 seconds, just under 29 seconds left. It'll be 3rd down and about 4 coming up here for the Bears.
Yeah, it seems out of sorts, right? You released your tight end, and he's running the seam, the same seam as Daggett. So, again, you still have a 6'5" kid. You can put the ball up. Now, I don't say I want him to throw interceptions, but I guess if that's who you got, he keeps turning that down, right?
Yeah.
And again, I'm not saying that's not the right thing to do because they're covered, but I don't know.
They will hand it off to Bauman here on 3rd and 4. Elkhorn ready for it. And guess who in the backfield making the tackle? It's Isaiah Weasel again, dropping Blaze Bauman at the 25-yard line. He'll lose a yard on the play. That'll bring up 4th down, and most likely will bring us to the end of the 3rd quarter as you see the Bears offense walking off of the field. Elkhorn will do the same. We will head to the 4th quarter, 7-7 your score when we come back in 60 seconds on BSDN Live. Welcome back here again to BSDN Live. 4th quarter ready to go. 7-7 your score. Bears and Antlers. Somebody is going to pick up win number 1 here on the season. Somebody else will fall to 0-8. Bears are ready to punt it away as Donner stands at about his 12, 13-yard line. Antlers have 2 players back to receive the punt, waiting at their 40. No wind blowing here, so an opportunity for Luke to try and flip the field. Had to wait for the Blair dance team to finish their dance number here before we could get things going. Now it looks like we're ready to go. Pressure coming. It's a low punt from Donner. Takes a good bounce for the Bears, but will bounce out of bounds right around the 40-yard line. They'll mark it at the 38. That's where Elkhorn will have it. Now an opportunity for the Bears defense to try and come out, see if they can't come up with a run-stopping drive here and get the ball back.
Yeah, we're getting into the crunch time here, getting into the 4th quarter, 11:53 left, and like I say, you know how I feel. I'd show lots of pressure, make sure you contain, just try to put a wrench into some of the things they want to do. You know, shake them up a little bit. I guess you can always pull out of that and play your soft coverages and all your other stuff. But I would imagine that, they try to run the ball a little bit here.
On 1st down, a little end around play and around the edge to the 50 inside of Blair territory on to the 40, still on his feet almost to the 30 is Reed Steck. Pretty good pickup there to the 32-yard line, and a little trickeration there for Elkhorn on the first play of the 4th.
Yeah, you got to contain, right? And you got backside containment till you know somebody's committed, and that's basically the play I think, did they score on, right, that first?
Similar to that,
yeah,
I think.
Something similar, different look. But, and again, we also did the same, right? So, anyway.
1st and 10, Elkhorn now in Blair territory. The motion Steck across the formation. Clevenger's going to throw it his direction. It's intercepted by the Bears. Picked off at the 25-yard line. That is Tucker Storjohn with the pick. Boy, he was in the right place, made a good catch, secured the ball, and the Bears forced another turnover.
Yeah, nice job. Just kind of, I don't know if he jumped it as much as he just had good position.
Yeah.
And picked, you know, again, you got to watch the quarterback, got to watch the ball, and he certainly did that. And pretty athletic interception, to be quite honest, and got yanked down on his face mask pretty good too there. But again, on this sideline, you don't get much call. Not that it happened over there.
That's right.
He kind of got drugged down there pretty hard, but held on the ball. So let's go. Open this thing up.
See what the offense can do here. 11-11 left in the game, and we're going to go backwards before we go forward, it looks like. Little pre-snap movement on the Bears, so a 5-yard penalty will move them back to the 22-yard line. Bears can't seem to get out of their own way here, Dan.
Yeah, I'm not sure. You can adjust sometimes, right? But once you come set, it makes it hard. And,
Yep.
and he actually kind of stepped up twice, so you're going to get that penalty.
So it's 1st and 15. Leggett will hand it off. It's Bauman bouncing off tacklers off that right side, still on his feet. Blaze to the 25, to the 30-yard line. I don't know if you're keeping track of broken tackles or yards after contact, but that will rack up a few of each of those as Bauman picks up good yardage there and sets up 2nd down.
Yeah, folks. Not that the blocking at the point of attack wasn't good. It was decent. It's just one of those, and it was moving right. And again, Blaze just kept going, right, and just kept going. And my guess is there's 2-3 tackles that got broken, and again, got you your 5 yards, and that's a good run.
Bauman runs off the field. He's having some problems with his shoes, actually. It started on the last drive. He's over here. He's got one of them off, and one of the coaches is helping him retie it. So on 2nd down, they're going to hand it off. It's Carson Fow to the 30. Gets it back to basically the line of scrimmage. Excuse me, 3rd and 6 coming up here.
Yeah, kind of interesting. Carson kind of took the holes there, right, and Carson kind of took that thing lateral. And again, I think what you want is to get upfield. And like I say, you can't say that Elkhorn doesn't run well, right? I mean, they move pretty well, but there was a pretty big hole there. You want to get upfield, get yards.
They say it's 3rd and 7. Leggett with 2 receivers to his right, back to pass, looking to his left. It is out of his hands in time and incomplete. Boy, had a pretty good route, and Hayden Daggett was open. Ball was just a little bit underthrown, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
Yeah, he made good effort to go down there and get it. It looked like they kind of picked him up a little bit late,
Yep.
and it looked like Bo Meyer also sitting out there at about 15 yards, right in the middle of the field, wide open, and again, a little bit of pressure forced that throw and just didn't get there.
So the Bears will punt it away. Donner with a good high punt this time. It's a great bounce for the Bears. Lands at the 35. It's inside of the 20. Still rolling, excuse me, to the 19-yard line. Great job again by Donner with the punt. And Elkhorn now will have it at the 19. 10:04 left. So the Bears took a little bit more than a minute off the clock there on that possession. And now the defense is back out there on the field.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what the net on that was, but I would say somewhere in the 50 to 55 yard with that big huge kick at
Absolutely,
the end.
yeah.
So we kind of are playing a field position game here these last several minutes. So it's probably imperative that Blair's D dial it up, folks. Right? You know, take control of this thing right now and give your offense a short field.
Clevenger from the shotgun will hand it off. It's Worley off the right side and all the way out to about the 30-yard line. Should be enough for a 1st down. And really, Dan, that's kind of the same running play we've seen them run as we have an injured Elkhorn player. The same running play we've seen them run all game long, it seems like. It's a handoff, get basically out to the tackle, and then cut it up inside of his hip and straight up to the 2nd level.
Yeah, kind of, again, we're getting manhandled up there a little bit, so you can fix that with your players, right? And then again, I guess appeal to them to play harder, but that's sometimes hard. But you might have to adjust the scheme a little bit and change the angles. But yeah, actually Elkhorn had 2 guys down. One popped right up, but he's limping pretty good. I think that's 71 over there, but I don't know if he's told anybody. But he drug his knee brace over there to the side, and 50 popped up, but I'm not sure. He might have got his bell rung.
Yeah, that could be a significant injury for Elkhorn, specifically on the defensive side, as that's Weasel being ushered off the field. And as we've called his name a number of times defensively. So
he's been the most dominating player for Elkhorn in this game. As well as blocking on the offensive side. So he's had quite a game.
See if they can't get him fixed up and back into the contest. Clevenger sends a man in motion. He's going to hand it off to Worley again. Bears will stand him up this time at about the 32-yard line. So short game, pickup of about 2. 2nd down and 8 coming up.
Yeah, I say bring the pressure. You can do this right. People stay in lanes when they get upfield. You know they're going to like to cut back. They've had one play that's worked twice. You most likely will see it again, right? And you don't want to give them a ton of time, and you don't want to give them a nice place to pop out in on a scramble. So what I'm saying is keep your lanes and just get upfield, right?
Antlers are going to run a guy on late. Actually, it's going to be 2nd and 7. Clevenger will work from the shotgun again, sends a man in motion. And
There we go.
Maybe a delay of game here, perhaps. No, it's a false start, so
Nah.
procedure penalty anyway. That'll move him back 5 yards.
Yeah, and again, this is, again, done in a couple other games. Doesn't mean they're going to do it here. But move people around, bring people up, get them thinking who's got who. And it seems like you can, I don't hate to say rattle them, that sounds kind of mean, but, put pressure on them. And know some stuff's going to happen here when that ball snaps, and kind of get in their backfield before the ball snaps. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
And see if you can't get some of these silly penalties and get them backed up.
So they back him up behind the sticks, 2nd down. Clevenger again will throw out to the far side. Pass is caught. That's Ott out there with the catch. Forced out of bounds at the 35-yard line. It'll be short of the 1st down, and it should leave 3rd down and about 5 coming up.
Well, that's your zone, right? And it allows things, and it should take certain things away. But there's a soft spot under, and again, I wouldn't be surprised to see him go with it again. You're going to have to come up. A zone is a zone till it becomes I'm picking this guy up. Then at some point you got to defend the receiver. And Blair just kind of needs to do that just a little bit quicker, right? That was way too soft for a drive. You've got to stop here, right? You need the ball back, and you'd like to get this thing won and be done with it. But
Clock stopped with 8:32 because the player ran out of bounds, and now it's stopped, because of an Antler timeout. 8 minutes and 32 seconds left to play here in this 4th quarter. Big 3rd down coming up. We'll step away for 30 seconds. We'll be back on BSDN Live. Welcome back here again to BSDN Live. 3rd down and 5 coming up here for Elkhorn from their 35-yard line. 7-7 the score, 8:32 left to play in the 4th quarter. Antlers will stack 3 men over on that left side. Now they'll motion, I think it's Worley back into the backfield. Clevenger will take the snap, pressure up the middle, and they get to him.
bring the heat. Bring the heat.
Griffin Rosterman again with that middle linebacker blitz, just like you've been asking for, Dan, and Elkhorn really had no chance at it. All the way back to the 25-yard line. It's a 10-yard loss. 4th down and 15 coming up. The Antlers will have to punt it away.
Yeah, nice play. Like I say, sometimes you just got to turn it up a little bit and make them beat what you're doing at the line of scrimmage, and then execute downfield. And again, this is a perfect time for Blair to get good field position and put this thing in the end zone.
Low punt for Clevenger. It's going to roll across the 40 to the 35, 33-yard line, 34-yard line, and that's where the Bears will start. 7:41 left to play in the 4th quarter. An opportunity for Blair to take the lead here. 7-7 your score.
Well, we need a drive, right? And need drive, need points, and like I say, don't step on your own feet, and get this thing go the right direction and folks, we got to head north here, and we got to punch this thing in and get the win here. But
Any guesses where they're going with this first play, Dan?
I'd say 23 dive.
That'd be my guess. Watch number 25 here and see if we're right. They'll hand it off. It's Bauman. Blaze bouncing outside, still on his feet across the 40 to the 43-yard line. That play really wasn't going to go anywhere. He bounced out of the arms of one tackler and picked up maybe 9.
Yeah, good.
What an effort.
Good effort. And again, I think it was actually pretty well blocked and actually nice to see him holding blocks downfield, which you got to with Blaze because, like I say, he probably ain't going down on the first kid that hits him. So don't pull off your blocks. Stay on him.
That left side of that Bears offensive line has done a nice job. That's been the most successful direction that Bauman has run all night. They'll fake the handoff this time. A little option back to the other side.
Go.
They get it out. It's McCabe. Colin near the 50.
There we go. There we go.
There's a little wrinkle out of that play design that you've been asking for, Dan. We may have a flag thrown on the play here, actually, however. Don't see the officials moving the sticks. So hold called on the Bears, so that will negate a first down run there by Colin McCabe.
Another, it's the same guy calling the same hold every time, and I don't know what to tell you, folks. Receivers block, defensive backs, and it's up high and it's hand fighting, and you're going to have to allow it. So he's every executable play that way he's called holding, right? Every play.
Kind of feels that way.
Not every play. Where Blair's tried to one-on-one and get upfield, and it like it went for a touchdown. He's hand fighting. He got 5 more yards, and he calls it again. And I'm going, knock it off. I mean, just let him play or run the thing this way. They seem to allow such things.
Likely that's what's going to happen here on 2nd and 5. There it is. They'll hand it off to Bauman. This time Blaze hit, bounces off one man. He gets it across the 40 to the 41, so he picked up a yard. 6.5 minutes left to play. It'll be 3rd down and 4.
Yeah. Like I say, Colin actually did everything right on the play before with the silly holding penalty.
Yeah.
But again, McCabe's a good one to get involved. And again, I don't want to harp on the tight end, but again, these can be short routes and they can be things that you can execute. But I'm not sure you're going to have much success running that same play over and over. But I think you might see it again.
Thinking the same thing. This can't be 25 here again because Elkhorn's going to be ready for it. They'll roll leg it to the right. Pass is thrown. It's tipped and intercepted over there on that far sideline. Number 21, Maddox Seitz with the pick after the ball was tipped, and the Antlers will take over inside of Blair territory. I think this is the second turnover of the game there by the Bears. The first one on the opening kickoff. This one will give it to Elkhorn again in Blair territory.
Yeah, and actually, I think that was actually going out to Beaumire, but the entire offensive set flowed that way. So there's literally 22 folks on that side of the hash, which I don't quite understand. I mean, you don't want to run every route and flood. I don't know. I don't get it. Whatever.
Worley dropped in the backfield. Griffin Rosterman is making a name for himself this fourth quarter.
Well,
Holy cow.
Unleash him.
Yeah.
Because he's quietly taken over out there. And again, great open field tackle.
Really
right?
was.
Worley's good back. And he's running for his life out there like Blaze is. And again, to get that open field tackle, nice job. Same thing on the sack, right?
Right.
He tried to elude him, and it wasn't happening. He was on the ground before he tried. So, nice job, Rosterman.
Loss of 4 on the play. It's 2nd and 14. No pressure here by the Bears, trying to get there with their front 4. And now there will be a tackle in the backfield. Another Bears linebacker with the quarterback sack. That's Carson Foul. As Clevenger was trying to roll, create a little bit of time and space for himself on the far side, and Foul took it away, dropped him all the way back at the 50. 2 huge plays by the Bears defense.
Yeah, the offensive line held our defensive line for about 5 or 6 seconds, so I'm not quite sure. you got to get off. You get grabbed. You got to try to get off the grab. You'll get it called. If you don't, but again, he had plenty of room to run if he had committed to it. He danced a little, and Carson Foss said, "No, I see what you're doing," and just came upfield and did a nice job, made an open field tackle. So big loss.
Antlers let the clock run all the way down. They're going to call a timeout. 4:07 left in the fourth quarter. It's going to be third and long. Third and, 21, 22, I suppose.
Yeah, I just sense that
You bring pressure here again if you're the Bears and try and push them back even further?
I bring more pressure than you have ever seen on a football field, right? It isn't necessarily to do what you think I want to do. What I want to do is I want them having thinking I got to stop that, I got to stop that.
Yep.
I want them wondering who they're picking up, right? I can go man, right? And I don't think he's going to have and contain, right? That's the problem with coming up the middle and leaving your flank wide open. Contain and just get upfield and, like say, beat the pressure and then beat me.
Yep.
Right? You can't do it every play because I know you're doing it. But right now I would say at third and, gosh, I don't know, is it 22?
21, yeah, 22, yep.
So I don't know. My guess is they might kind of play soft and think they're getting a punt and getting a shot to get this thing down the field. But we'll see.
I think
You're 0-7 and you're in a game you want to win. So
I like the play. I think you got to be aggressive and force their hand.
I'd light the dynamite and let it go. But, again, you see the wide side of the field, so make sure you contain out there.
Yep.
Not much room to run on the other side, but get upfield and go make something happen.
Just turn Rosterman loose, maybe.
There he is. Same play,
inside
folks.
handoff. You were ready for it, Dan. They went inside to Reed Steck. That wide receiver inside reverse. He's back into Blair territory to about the 40, the 39-yard line. The clock is running, 3:50 and counting. It's 4th and 11. Elkhorn's got only one timeout left. Blair has all three.
Yeah, Blair kind of ready for that. Steck did a pretty good job of cutting it back.
Yeah.
It's gone wide twice, and he cut it back and got 11 yards. But I still want to come at him.
Imagine a hard count is coming here as they're going to try to draw the Bears offside. And now Clevenger's going to slide back again and looks like he's going to punt it away, and he does. Not a great punt. It will bounce again shy of the 20 and rolls dead at the 23-yard line. So 3:13 left, all three timeouts left. The Bears offense really hasn't moved the ball at all here in the second half. Let's see if they can find something here. Yeah,
I don't know how much they move. Colin did a nice job on that little inside reverse they did last time.
Mm-hmm.
It would seem, Colin or Hayden, it'd be kind of nice to see that ball get in one's hands and get some green because I'm pretty sure I'd have to get in my truck to go catch him, right? But again, we'll see here.
On first down, they will
or that.
hand it off to Bauman again. Blaze off the left side, slips away from one man and another, and he's finally drug out of bounds after he crosses the 35 to about the 37, 38-yard line. Pretty good pickup there. Clock stopped as well. It's 1st and 10.
Kid's just a beast, right?
Yep.
And again, I'd be remiss if the line blocked well over here. You've mentioned the left side of the line. They're going to that over and over simply because they've done a pretty good job.
Yep.
And like I say, if they're going to load, then figure out ways around that. You get around that, then figure out ways to run, right?
On 1st and 10 again, they'll come to the left side. It's Bauman again. Blaze is going to cut it up back inside this time as he gets across the 50. Actually had his helmet taken off. So he'll have to come out for one play. Gain of 7 sets up 2nd down and 3. Left side of that line, by the way, Brady Wolf is over there. I think it's Thomas LeGrand, I think, is the other one. 67. They're doing a great job.
Yeah. 2nd and 3, and Mr. Bauman on the sideline. So, you got a quarterback who can run, folks.
From the 45, Leggett will take the snap. He's going to hand it off.
Go.
Foul straight forward again off that left side into Elkhorn territory. All the way to the 45-yard line. I tell you, the Antlers are lucky they didn't get another 15 tacked on for a late hit there. Good run by Foul. 1st and 10 for the Bears. 2:20 and counting left.
Yeah, and again, running just where you pointed out, Brian, and like I say, that left side of the line has taken over the line of scrimmage.
Leggett again. It's foul in the backfield with him. He'll hand it to him. Carson to the right side this time, or at least the right side of the center. Still went up the middle, inside of the 40 to the 37-yard line. Clock still running. Minute 55 left. Bears getting within striking distance here, trying to wear the Antlers down. Got to imagine they need to go a little bit faster. They do still have all 3 timeouts left.
Yeah, I'm wondering if they're getting a little gassed out there on defense, giving up big chunks.
Yep.
And you wonder if Blaze, now back in, Carson doing a good job, if Blaze just won't break one.
Leggett awaits the snap. He'll hand it off. It's Bauman. Straight forward, breaking through a couple of tackles across the 35 to the 33, 34-yard line. A brief clock stoppage here to move the chains. We'll see how quickly they restart it. There it is, and the Bears will call a timeout, I think, to try and conserve a little bit of the clock. Also, it's sort of a catch-22. You get your team some rest, but you also give the Antlers, who you're right, Dan, they looked a little bit gassed. They get a chance to catch their breath too.
Yeah, I just when I'm getting chunks like that, I'm probably not using the timeout yet. Right, a minute 23. I've got defensive linemen with their hands on their knees out there. I'm not giving them 2 minutes to get although that come back pretty quick. Us big boys, once we get tired, ain't like walk to the sidelines going to refresh you. I'm good to go another 15 minutes. But nonetheless, when I see him bent over, I'm probably gonna beat on him a little bit. I might just mix up that one play, right? I might just kind of show a little bit more action. But again, when I feel my foot kind of being where it needs to be, I'm going to step down on it a little bit. But again, like I say, it ain't like they're going to come back here refreshed, completely. Now's the haul, right? You've got you got to run this thing down. You got to take over and punch that thing in.
Minute 23 left. Interested to see if the Bears, maybe with Elkhorn keying on the run here, go with some kind of play action and try to take a shot deep. They're going to hand it off to Bauman anyway. Doesn't matter. Blaze across the 30 and down.
Out of bounds.
Out of bounds, as you said, and down to about the 27-yard line. So it conserves a timeout. And it'll be a pickup of, call it 7. 2nd and 3 coming up.
Well, and one thing's key here is, Blaze got the shoulder thing, so we're not seeing him on defense. Well, that certainly affected this game, although the defense has done a great job, really, since giving him the 7 at the beginning of the game.
Right.
But Blaze is over on the sideline, so even with the 20, whatever odd carries, he's still getting, 10, 15-minute breaks every time the defense goes out. So, as much as everybody's kind of poured their hearts out there on both sides, I know our big fellows are tired. They're tired on the other sideline too, right?
Yep.
And we're physically seeing the bent overness and the other things. But again, this is crunch time, and you Elkhorn.
Yeah, had an Elkhorn player down. That's Lane Whitgren.
Yep.
But, good to see him up on his feet. He's walking off under his own power there. But to your point, Dan.
Crunch time.
Yep.
You got a fresh, I don't know about fresh, but again, normally he's kicking, he's playing defense, and he's playing offense, right? He, with the shoulder thing, they're keeping him off the defense so as not to aggravate that anymore.
Yep.
But you do get a little fresher legs than some of the ones on the other sideline. But we'll see.
Let's see if they keep wearing out that left side on 2nd and 3. Leggett will hand it off. It's Bauman to the left side with some room. Blaze inside of the 20 and takes a hard hit down at the 15. I'm not sure if he took the hit or he delivered it because Reed Stecks kind of looks like his bell got rung a little bit too. 1st and 10 for the Bears. From the 15, they're going to go quickly. Leggett has them lined up. You know what's coming here. It's Bauman. Blaze sidesteps a man, and he's going to be grabbed and drug out of bounds. He got to about the 14-yard line, and quickly a timeout called by the Bears coaching staff. 53 and a half seconds left.
If you have a bootleg and you can run it out of that same action, right?
Yeah.
And release your receiver, just get him the heck out of there. Run a post, run a slant. Just my goodness sakes.
Just clear everybody out and let the quarterback run out the backside is what you're talking about here, right?
I'm saying don't make it look any different than we've seen the last how many in a row?
This is 6 or 7 in a row, including the ones from foul. It's probably closer to 8.
So, run it, fine, then run it the other time. Just don't change your timing on it. My guess is that young man could probably take her to the house. But again, one thing about that short side of the field, and obviously they're seeing something. They're having a hard time stopping it too. But that was just a 1-yard gain, so that's the best they've done, right, in the last 8 or 9, 10 carries.
Yep.
So again, not surprising, right? They load up a little bit. They can stop it. So Blair probably have to show a little bit of diversity here. But again, you got a timeout, and like I say, you only got what do we got? 12, 13 yards to go.
That's exactly right. 54.5 seconds left. The Bears with a timeout. 2nd and 9.
There we
There
go.
it is. They'll fake the handoff, and Leggett's going to try to get the edge
Go,
over there on
Bubby.
the far side.
What'd
He
I
turns
say?
the corner, just like you've been asking
What'd I
for,
say?
Dan. Knocked out of bounds inside of the 5-yard line. They finally fake the handoff to Bauman.
Hoorah!
Leggett picks up, picked up maybe 8. Enough for the first down anyway. It's going to be 1st and goal for the Bears from the 5. 46 seconds left.
Yeah, I mean, again, he rushed it a little, but again, it was still there, and great effort by the young man to get out of bounds.
See what the Bears do all here on 1st and 5. Antlers showing pressure. It'll be a handoff. It's Bauman. Blaze inside of the 5. Still churning. Did he get to the goal line? He did.
Good for you, young man.
What a run. What
Good
a
for
drive
you.
for the Bears. And look
All
at the
right.
celebration from that offensive line, knowing that was a drive that you knew what was coming, and they still did it. That's going out and enforcing your will on the other team. As a former offensive lineman, Dan, it can't feel any better than that.
Yeah, the same. Folks, they ran the same play, I'm going to guess, 10 out of 11 times. I mean,
Yep.
are we talking right here?
Yeah.
10 out of 11 times. And, again, it was only stopped once, technically. So, nice job.
Bauman still with enough energy to put through the extra point. It's good. 40.2 seconds left. The Bears now lead it 14-7.
Yeah, I mean, this is again, this is not over, right? They've got a timeout. They're going to get the ball, but again, this feeling's kind of I feel good for the Blair players,
for
like
sure.
say, and it wasn't anything quirky where we ran a double reverse and somebody ran 80 yards, folks. They went down the field, and I mean 5, 9, 4,
Just chunks.
10 yards a carry.
Yep.
And you say that, as you said, that led by that offensive line, and we say the left side, but folks, the right side, it's all backside, right?
That's right.
So,
That's right.
I mean, the whole line just it was worth the price of admission. We've been waiting all year,
Yep.
and that was fun, and I'm happy for the kids. And like I say, but you got 40 seconds here, right? You'll probably have 35 when it's done, and like I say, a lot of things can happen here.
You got
so
it.
See if Blair can hold on.
Great point, Dan. You want to make sure you stay locked in as a player here. Elkhorn with some speed. They do have some talented players, so you don't want to lose focus for the last 40 seconds. Bauman will kick it away. It's a low kick.
Das Squibber.
It'll bounce, be picked up at the 15 to the 20. This is Ott out
Carson
to about the
says no.
30. And yes,
Carson Fowl says no. Nice job, kid. Nice job.
He did a really good job on that last offensive series for the Bears when Bauman had the issue with his shoe. Carson came out, 2 really good runs. He didn't lose anything or didn't lose any momentum, is what I'm trying to say there, and did a great job here on the opening or on the kickoff here to get the tackle.
Yeah, that rough start for Carson, and even the fumble on the opening kickoff was effort, right?
Yep.
It just happens, and then a goofy penalty, whatever it was. But has he come on and played a game?
Really has,
right?
Absolutely. Great to see here. Also on senior night as well. Clevenger's going to throw it on first down. That's actually a good thing for the
Easy
Bears
there,
if that's
Carson.
a pass that's caught. Because the clock is going to still run. It's Herkenbach with the catch, and Elkhorn's going to have to use their last timeout. 28.6 seconds left. They pick up 6. It's 2nd and 4.
Carson's feeling it.
Yep.
That ball was caught, and the guy was on the ground, and Carson went down there after him. I'm going, oh, now.
We don't need any
this ain't the
15-yard
pros.
penalties. That's
yeah,
right. That's
nah,
right.
it was nothing gracious. He just made sure he was down, but can't get up anyway, right? So same thing. Down to no timeouts, right? They're going to want to throw the ball on the sideline. We watched them do it. It was at the end of the first
In
half.
the first half, you got it. Yep.
And so you can play soft and try, let them get up close enough where they can gun it down the field. Hopefully, our friend over there with the pass interference calls, that's where I'd go, right? If I was Elkhorn, I'd throw that ball right over by him every time. But again, I think you got to put pressure on and you got to contain, right?
Yep.
Those two things. I tell you what, the way Griffin Rosterman's played this half,
I'd turn him loose.
I'm not too darn sure. I don't keep plenty of people back, but if I'm going to uncork somebody, this kid's Carson and Griffin, both of them have just been missiles seeking the ball. So looks like Bo Meyer coming in off the edge.
And a little reverse play. Meyer blows it up in the backfield. Boy, they're going to say before that, I think the second pitch maybe that not sure why the clock
clock
stopped.
should be running.
Not sure why the clock is stopped. I thought they were going to say Worley was tackled. Is there an incomplete pass somewhere?
I don't know.
I got to be honest with you. I don't know what the call is. They must
tackled.
have called an incomplete pass.
He tackled and pitched it. Well, this is an interesting crew we have tonight. He pitched it backwards, and then that led to a series of laterals that hit the ground.
Was the ball thrown
way
forward.
Back there.
Yeah. That's
Get
funny.
Upfield. Get upfield. Get upfield.
Pressure coming. Pass is thrown, and it's caught at the 50. Breaking tackles down inside of the 40 to the 38-yard line. That'll be Herkenbach. 14.8 seconds left. Antlers will probably clock it here. There's the snap, and that is exactly what happens. So Clevenger spikes it to the ground. Elkhorn inside of Blair territory now at the 39-yard line is where they've set it down. Second down coming up with 11 seconds left.
Can we go back to what I saw back there?
We can, but you're not going to be able to explain it to me.
Never at any time was the ball ever up to the 35-yard line, right?
Right.
It was back here on the 30th. He pitched it back, and they blew a whistle. How did the ball go to the 35-yard line?
I'm telling you, I think they called it an incomplete pass because the clock was also stopped, but I never saw the ball thrown
How'd
forward.
they get yardage out of it?
I don't know.
Get upfield, get upfield, get upfield.
Pressure coming. Clevenger
upfield.
Looking down the field to the near side. It is incomplete. Boy.
No flag.
Ooh, he had a man down there.
Look at
that
him over
was
there.
Matthew Ott.
He's thinking about it.
I'm not
Sorry,
sure
folks,
that the line judge on the far side is allowed to throw a flag for pass interference over here. 5.3 seconds left.
I'm telling you, he's a ball hawk over there. He saw it. But actually, I want to tell you a little bit about the play. I mean, Daggett picked it up in a kind of a free safety roll and just kind of was on it like a receiver. And again, I think he actually could have went up and made a play for it, but what he did is go up and just knock the ball away. But you might as well just put some pressure on this young man and not give him time to punch it in the end zone.
Probably the last
Gotta
play
go.
Here. 5 seconds left. Pressure
Gotta
coming
go.
on Clevenger.
That's a hold.
Rolls to his right, still looking down the field. He throws it into the end zone. It is, it's caught. It's caught by Trey Packus in the end zone. And it's 14-13 with no time left on the clock. Coach Landsman's going to call a timeout. Elkhorn is an extra point away from sending us to overtime. I do not believe what I just saw.
Well, they got close enough to get the ball down in the end zone, and they caught it, right? I mean, when you're back there on a Hail Mary type of play, you're looking to make sure the ball gets batted away, right? You're not looking to catch the ball, right? And you position yourself while it's in the air. We've all played this game, right? I mean, this one's worth 300. Well, that one was worth 7.
Yep.
And unfortunately, you went up in the air and tried to play a different game. And like I say, the game is to bat it away, right? Also, they kind of let a lot go here when he bounced out of the pocket. I mean, a guy literally got grabbed from behind. And again, no, maybe they're figuring the time's out. They're going to let it go. But then you get the catch, and I'm going, come on, just call the game. And looks like they're going for
Elkhorn's going to go for the win. They'll line up on the right side hash mark.
Bring the heat.
Worley in the backfield.
Bring the heat. Bring the heat.
Ball's
Ball!
on the turf, and the Bears are going to win it.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
only this way, folks. Only this way.
A missed exchange. Worley dropped the football, and Blair wins it 14-13. The student section rushing the field in the far end zone, and the Bears pick up their first win of the year.
In the grand scheme of talent here and talent there, and young teams and less experienced teams, listen, folks, Elkhorn played their hearts out as well as Blair, and somebody had to win this thing, and what a way for it to go down. But it certainly was a fun game, right? I don't know that I've had a more fun game this year. So anyway, Brian, cool,
great stuff. So the Bears are now 1-7 on the year. They'll finish their season next week on the road at Omaha Skutt. Elkhorn, as we mentioned, now still winless. They're 0-8. They will host Norris next week and try to pick up win number 1. But a great win for the Bears here. You can see the student section. The fans obviously are excited about it. I want to thank our sponsors for helping us bring you this game. My thanks to Martha and Dan up here in the booth for everything that they've done today, but all season long. And thanks to all of you for listening. This is likely our last, it is our last high school football game. So I want to thank you and tell you we appreciate you being along with us for the ride. It's Brian Abraham saying so long. Blair wins it 14-13. You've been listening to Bears football on BSDN Live.
Take care, y'all.